August 2026. So, Shannon Sumami said, Nonsia Eba, Yere Asempa Sports News at 6 Neba Ebesomo, and Tia Brano area do say, and then Anopay, Yede Eba Ebesomo, Meso, what do we need at our YouTuber, a whole Asempa 94.7, Cassia A channel, our Sanso, and our private terminal, who bet me etie, Oto Trotrum, so Asempa 94.7 FM, Ye Rum our Cassianuma, Mr. Shannon Sumami said, and Sama, and Nede Eba Ebesomo, Etia Fee. Asem no ebi any coach any Ibrahim Tanko monim say ono na head coach dema mediama ono so akasa area fa ne readiness for a Black Stars Jumedia say ye hwe say ye de bema coach a obetimi ama ye fra adumu akwa adumu wo kaseye mu ye de sansem no ne nchiemu eba abesomo former vice president for the FA Ora Georgia Kosi every year and so akasa area fa coaching vacancy no ho ensensem said ye titi din Desmond Ofe no wakasa area fa abrantie no so readiness ho a ye de eno nso ewrem anopai e de abro ewo kaseanum kama pa ye de ni atwem ewo ensem fufrom de a na wo fantabulous Kumasi Asante Kotoko director of football ni din ene Stanley Menzo and so akasa area fa the quality of play ewo ye football a ye born ye clubs ahoro dwumadi omudin na no ono nso akasa area afa ho a ye de no ebeba abesomo wo Kotoko aso ho na no ye pre-season a coach ni din Eric Tinkler no or the Achibo kakra nso esom ye ewo kaseye mu a se wutie ya ye de no nso ebema o she no nso se wo ensem fufuro mu no meso Accra Heart of Folk nso se de wote ye no na nka gaka tofo ne ye hwe se bewuram no mo atimi apateki ewo ho but eti ye no na Accra City Invitational Tournament a ebekoso ewo pobiman eno nso no kasamafo ani din ene opare ado nso edi Achibo na nchiemu kakra amaya wo kaseye mu no ye de eba abesomo kama odo wani atwem our club lances in there na tese omonso ayo modwuma na kama efe no a confirm 14 venues a yaji atum se kwa bia so no nyame adoma 2026-2027 football season no omonso betimi adi atum na yesi akan ho yewrem kutuku bom dia na tese owura ni din and Ivan Bruce Kujo panyin kese a ohwese obetimi agina na wa press Ghana Boxing Federation president no ono so betimi nyana nyoma akoyi a wakasa edi afa performance daredi abra ya wuram competitions ahoro ene kwan ye fa so ne nyina nsema editi a ye de eba beso ye bakte ho obodo ibodia na wo Chelsea abobo ano no Todd Bowley ene ne mpanfo so kasa se de be ya Chelsea ahoro no ombetimi agiamu edi ama wona aye crowd se de be ya Chelsea so no betimi afa ne ntoma pa afra ne nyina no ye de eba beso mo na no pa live wa Asempa 94.7 FM so ama bibia akoyi edi ama mesro o temenka aropaya edi ameje so Dennis Asamoah ahotedi no Latula mesro okenkanfo a mebe kan kase edi ama eno no producer Bednago Komensa aka the Dotman mesro semifo no Eric Esiedubo edi kejwa nankasa Ghana's Myxtro your supremo the king of the morning Ken Kaninja Sadazi International Pablo Ayman Bernard Padibotwe ene yenuanoma akanina etachi na amede kase ebrewe na anope yanjemre na yensane kase mu emfa emma kama pa anope
Asempa Sports News at 6.
Asempa FM.
Abushafo ebreno ewiedu yede kase no achibo nyina ema wo anopai ewo Asempa 94.7 FM so dia na ye frase e de free former Ghanaian international emprempre ono coach de ma Mediama Sporting Club no so papa edin sem kakra atudwa se de wate se ye hwe se kwan bia so ye betimi anya coach a or the Black Stars be free adumu akwa adumu after Circus Careers that they call World Cup ye ba ye no ye hu se ortina ada edi djubedi no ema no wato aso enti nsem no be ye here e monte so dodo na so etimi bodin se ye hwe ye said ye Ibrahim Tanko djumedi etia na so ono nso no ye di djumedi ne ma na obetimi aboa ama Ghana ne omo etimi akoye eri amaye eno na papa kasa se hwan na ben ma na oni ben ma na ono nso ebedi ama bibia akoso esan se mpanfu a wo ho no etena se na omu esusu se kwa bia so ye de ma no na ono ebetimi aya anya de obepupu niti ono nso aye krado se kwa bia so no se sa akwanya ne ba obesom na watoto nioma
se me ye ready na o se me jai coach se me ye ready na o se me jai coach because we hwe baby a me start coaching chair but we hwe baby a my juma kodu sisi a ma bedu media mai say quite a whole then I have to stop coaching even now. So definitely your authorities are or move appointment. Senior first me kind obia nim de metimi aye nti no enya afie na me kwa kwagine baby ka say mumfa mama is authority if he say yes coach Tanko betimi aye na or move frame why not. I mean now I will say ni panichire because any good record say a chance is 10 the Ghana coaches to coach blasters and you say ni panika say I mean one opinion definitely say no okay say intimi sana I think also say a bit and I make an at the end of the day you select and more criteria or more select and share more me hope say be local say forum the whole and say Ghana football the cost you hope say more make the right choice.
Coach Ibrahim Tanko ena otene nkano besro ye to akase no so e de amao na enseme wo bia no wate de a ye room former GFA vice president Owura George Afriye nso akasa wonim se eguso a ye hwe se ibenya coach obetimi aboa eno ena papa no achioma so man bi etese Senegal etimi appoint Patrick Vieira na ese Ghana nso ye hu se ye Black Stars no level e wo no ye ye Black Stars no level na se ne ye hu se de ye Black Stars no etie de a eni kwan se ye kofa coach bi akeke ye coach or yeah tried and tested coach obetimi aye adwuma no ama Black Stars nso akoyie onka said Desmond of enye obi obetimi ababa do chirema sa akwasi apia enye obi obetimi aye Black Stars adwuma de a na said Desmond of so de enya enu hokra or a young coach ye man at the right time no or nso nembre so a obetimi abeyebi.
If Senegal can afford Patrick Vieira, Ghana can afford me salary of for a year, we can go for the best. So I'm saying that until you understand that the group you are leading, this is how it works. If you don't know the worth of the Black Stars, you continue to be doing the small affair and that. No disrespect to the small. Ket says that Kosiapia is not cut for the Black Stars, then the small affair doesn't come close. He's a young up and coming coach. Maybe a day will come, he will have his day and as the Black Star coach, but for now, no.
We Uncle George ena otene ne no meso ye ram our club news kakra dia ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko director of football Stanley Menzo orani monyamfo enso edensem kakra atudwa no chema se quality players enya ade asa quality players no etimi guarantee success team mu but the nyapa and say discipline unity any positive mindset betimi adwuma sa ne omani nyina ekekabo ma na ma team etimi fra tomu ekwadumu but quality players are ekitao.
You need players with quality, and what I already said, quality is not enough. You need more things. You need a good mindset. You need to be a professional, and if you can't be that, because I don't know what, then we have to say sorry. This is not what we want in the club. This is not what the club stands for. And then you have to shake hands and say, okay, maybe it's better to go somewhere else. It's hard, but it's never individuals, never private. It's never out of emotions. It's decisions we make out of profession. You know, it's not about me. It's not about the coach. It's about the club. The recruitment must be better than we have.
Asempa FM.
We director of football Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko Stanley Menzo and so kakra de my edono with himself Kotoko egune preseason so ewon kra ha nyame atoma and they nondu wo UG Stadium no omane pando out of Lions na de pem so orani din and Eric Tinkler the manager no so ehwe se Kotoko betime fra adomu akwa adomu ne preseason a oye no obochi kakra edema.
We've obviously entered week 4 of our preseason, and you know when Stanley and myself obviously came to the club, the first thing we needed. We've obviously entered week 4 of our preseason, and you know when Stanley and myself obviously came to the club, the first thing we needed to do was a proper assessment of what we have in terms of the players and the quality of players that the club possesses, and but at the same time we're looking to start building a foundation, physical foundation, leading up to the start of the league. So we really have to overcross things, start certain friendly games a lot earlier than what I would normally do in the preseason, because as I said, we needed to assess players to see the quality that we have, and then we needed to do a lot of scouting over the past 3-4 weeks. You know, it's been pretty tough for Stanley and myself because we haven't had much sleep. looking at so many videos of players, both locally and then obviously internationally, and looking to strengthen the team, and when that happens, obviously it does take a knock-on effect.
Eric Tinkler, I don't know, Tofana and say or so benya the best now or the Abua Kumasi Asante Kotogo season, yeah, best start next month, Shannon to say and after a friendly game, Lions, Ebebono, Eric Tinkler, and Central for Ebetrian Komo for Sima, Makomaku, Edunum, and Tianonso, and Sheka Crane, after Kotogo friendly, Oha, Yadehonsem Emao, when him say you rem El Hard to Foka, Nanka, Ga campaign for Areas, Gaka Tofono, hard to folk bit me a room, now Omonso Ajepene Etimi Esia. But how to folk a U10 or my Kwamon Monso and show my Accra City Invitational Tournament. Nyame Duma from Friday to Sunday, and also bet me at Tudra Ewo Pobiman, Director of Communications at my heart to folk Operado, and also at the DNTia, and my house a Kwamono Ecobo Accra City Invitational Tournament now, or my more top 4.
Accra Invitational Tournament, a tournament via important for that. In the absence of that Kabor, Kenya good regime, and while they're waiting to go into the democratic camp, and then for the Ghana Premier League starts. It is a tournament
Asempa FM.
There are 4 clubs that are airborne. 4 clubs in a Premier League side. Accra House of Hope, we are hosting it, and it will be played at our academy from Friday to Sunday. So the first game will be played on Friday afternoon, then the second game will be played on Friday, and later then on Sunday the winners will play as well. So we believe that over 40 here, the one that are Omuye was now are worthy candidates for this competition. Over visions who have been what they stand for Omuba League in 2 years ago. They have been able to have results. And over All Blacks, they have to find them. And then ultimately, Accra House of Hope, the biggest one, that we believe that putting all of these 4 clubs together, I don't buy in Emma 40 to mean and the best of the football.
Asempa FM.
We Director of Communications Operado Nchi more de my I don't know. Yen free na yen rem ewo ensemfo from there. There's the Ghana Football Association confirming 14 approved venues nyame Duma 2026-2027 Ghana Premier League season on betimi ajatum na clubs aro esia kan ho venues any Eliu Mama Sports Stadium Tamale yaje atum Accra Sports Stadium and so ekwan eda ho University of Ghana Sports Stadium Legon and so ekwan eda the Dance Park Bibiani and so no Ekwan Edao Kama in Central Sports Arena Samra Boy TNA Sports Stadium Takwa Nana Fosuchi Abo Bechim Sanso na Uremdia Nese AK the second Sports Arena Baseke Nyaje Edi Atum Tuba AstroTurf Golden City Park Brekum Baba Yara Sports Stadium Kumase Pando Sports Stadium Nana Boama Dakon the second park Kukrentumi na Oboase Lincoln Sports Stadium to way any venues are Roma Kumaku Edu and Naya Yaje Atuma Yehe se kwan bia so no Ghana Premier League ne estatia ye betimi abo adwuma ewo ambia akoso na Tuesday no miensa Wolenkle no de Division 1 Super Cup final no top form sympathy ene abusua bonto drop IDK osiade pande na de airpem so ewo a ye de honsem so emao mesro yenko akutukubom na ye ma latest update ewo akutukubom dia na se opanyinkase a ohwese kwan bia so no Ghana Boxing Authority President Abenwa no ono so betimi awuram no wapiribi na ne nsaka watimi aboa ama boxing afiri adom akwa adom no ewura ni monyamfo ani din ene Ivan Bruce Kujo no a one Ghana's Myxtro the king of the morning 1-on-1 etimi 18 komo na nkomodiem no na opanyin no ede etu da so obehwe Commonwealth ya eko ya boxing nya medals mienu a ne ye huru boje so ne ade no o se sa ne o mani bia ni ho a ono efi se esefata yem prepare se ye kwa ye nkonkopateki keke but ye ko na yakomeki eye name o se de be ya dan kwa ma bia no competition bia ekoso a ye behu Ghana na ye hu Ghana ye yenko na ye nti owura ni monyamfo Ivan Bruce Kujo
when we happen say ye come over here ye and I say ye Olympic and bibia we know say we have good boxers I'm going to come with medals, laurels, Ninyama. Now, you know the money we waste when we go to these places with the people. We spend so much money, and that will come with nothing. Is that what we want? But that's what we shouldn't go at all. We have to go and make an impact in everything that we do. I believe we are going there to make. We are not just going there to participate. Those things we have to put a stop to it. It's a waste of money. Let us go there. Make sure say show say yes. We are formidable force to this sport. We got 2 bronze and one silver. Now Kofu did that 17 goals, 25 goals. Two. Acha.
Way ayo ready monyam for Ivan Brescujo and out here say ordinary chiu mu kakra emai e boxing hono enti eno so e kakra ye de ewrem e de ama ye kwa mono ne na ye de enesom no etimi apem de a na say uko Chelsea aboboa no de a there say co-owners no Todd Bowley ene Mark Walter empanfo mienu eguso a omo etwetwe nkomo se de be ya omo Shells 12.8% ekito omo no on betimi ejebi e de ama ye Clear Lake fo no na urem a Clear Lake fo no percentage ekito omo no 61.5% ekito omo asesi ano ye Todd Bowley ene Mark Walter enso eguso edi nkomo se omo so Shells na ekito omo no on betimi asan apon ho bi e de ama Clear Lake fo no na Clear Lake fo no etimi asan atwa so ama Chelsea so afra adomo akwa adomo enti no kakra uko Chelsea a anopai utie kase na ye de ema ama bibia etimi akoso menim say listen from afar no bibia ededa na kwa mu kama yemfa kase no NCI na anopai na Ghana's Myxtro your supremacy the king of the morning MJ abandwa kase na omfa eye enenso som no etimi emrel ema bibia ankoso mesia utie ya koso na Asempa 94.7 FM Captain Kofi Oseusu monitoring from afar external producer nyame enshaw ye see Ghana's Myxtro ebe take over na nenso no or the ultimate sports morning show ni de wombia no etimi abesom mesra okoso na Asempa 94.7 alatula Makram.
The ultimate sports show. The ultimate sports show.
FM 94.7. All talk, all day.
Amansaye, Amanfo, ene yate Asempa
FM.
Ema obi kwaku andi.
Asempa FM.
Papa Mansu, ye bona bodi edi apejano. Prese, nedjuma onfe niagro. Obi kwaku andi kufurbo. Beme na winsin so nwaham. Akọ bedi abenana. Awowo Asempa FM. Papa Mansu, amwofedua. Wati kwati so obi enim. Esiana brejane, ya pimuani asanwo. Papa Mansu wo bememu. Kwajana na wudi adune akobedi abenana wonana ne boamposim wonana ne tafo boado kwadwonana agbona ba wakrabo ane yako akote brafona nane bema andi kwaku amwofedua obe kwaku andi Papa Mansu wo bememu Mansu amwofedua wona kasa anopa ne ehunu bora kansi ene bibia eye na nopa no wana woka brofo wano ate Papa Mansu wo Bema Mansu amwofe omirikesi ayantimi ano ene friend wasamampo esiana bredwane yapimu ani asanwo Papa Mansu amwofedua wo bememu ayeboafo Asempa FM one crime bema ne Ghana mind was a pia The ultimate sports show. Bema obi kwaku andi Papa Mansu Bema na winsin so nwaham akobedi abenana Papa Mansu esiana bredwane yapimu ani asanwo Papa Mansu wo bememu kwajana na wudi adweneto akobedi abenana wonana ne boamposim wonana ne tafo wokabrofo sakatwi wano ate Bema Mansu amwofe omirikesi ayantimi ano ene samambo wodo kwadwonana agbona ba wakrabo ane yako akote brofo nanane wona akasa mama san tonse Asempa FM ifrano panonsia Papa Mansu wo bemem ayeboafo obi kwaku andi bemene Ghana mind was a pia Papa Mansu andi bemene obi kwaku andi wo bemem pia
George Efie, former vice president of the FE. The ABC say winning football mo, we experience a progress of work for normalization committee. Obviously, Omo they are on track and assessing the city amount.
No comment.
From time Omo share juma say ebepem na akamre kakrai na omo juma dia ba wiye no. Wo George Efie saying na normalization no.
No comment.
And the first time when you have the opportunity, you have a juma Oma here say football people and as I feel say a juma enyan so many.
No comment.
George, the way they has a who be now bow, a doctor no and as a fear of victimization, it won't mean children.
when we Japanese team, a barracks boy, Zongo boy, also I did that.
And mama opportunity, young boy, send who normalization, Edmano.
No comment.
For capabilities all bar on that committee, no, and who is saying
no comment.
Competition back and forth Simon they to me organize here. I'm mad I said last week. Yeah. Are you telling me say George do no opinion on something way now? Is that what you're telling us? Okay.
No comment.
Wake up, champions. It's time for the ultimate sports show with one and only Papa Myxtro, the Supremo, the king of the morning, bringing you exclusive interviews, inspiring conversations, and the story behind the game, where sports meets knowledge and champions speak. Papa Myxtro on the ultimate sports show.
Hello, good morning.
Third winner, current award winner.
General PK on radio.
The player of the Edwin, Ghana Hedina, Edwana Pankwadia, Asempa Sports, the ultimate sports show. And no, and I'm Ghana tuning the tune of BT, Tuka Burushi, Okanshi, Kaneshi, Teshi, Nako Dakuma, Dansoma, Akuma, Akutema, Bebia. Super, Obuduate.
That's super, I mean, Madamaso Asep.
Okotra yeni amponsim na na wudi sikabono. Beme na winsin swom waham. Endi beme obia krofi. Wona ultimate sports show. Wona kambrofo ekachi. Beme na wudi no honam se. Wona me anopa show bola kansie ana bibia wo ho a efra no pa no nsia wona me asote akobedi abenana boampo nsem nana obe kwaku andi beme na ko sunsuroka mona mudi sika mono ultimate sports show. Mansu, poor Bemem, the dear Tuanane, I am waffle, wo milkisi ayantimiano, and your friend was a mampo, yet the so, near Javo so, or Bequaku and the Wakuanimua, a professor ye, Kaka Jami, what the idea to drain a kumo, Bemen now come professor, one person now with this Sikamono, Papa Mansu, no war Bemem, Papa Mansu, Nimtieni. 1 hour Asempa FM. Beme na wonsi swom waham. Wo mrike salenti miano. Esiana brejania ya pibuani asanwo. Esie dukata bura wadi Asempa ni atriwo. Beme na wudimu honamse. Papai, wa beme mu. Obi kwaku Andy. Wa beme piafo.
Sarakatema mami eka Maria Keposo Tayana. Guys,
Elizatu.
Whosoever beats the drums of war must prepare to dance for the warrior. When the rhythm of any music changes, the dancers must change their dance steps. Champion Myxtro and Penny Forcing the what part of the one on Senate Diako Kraje. Ope, one of the greatest sports presenters in this country. No more Branche Myxtro Dianka one. Next one Wako Pentecost or Madasi. Sports news I won't take that. What things when Yanchiremuye without fear or favor, comprehensive analysis. I tell what you say cross for taxi drivers. That's how it is a house of phone straight dress. Champion Myxtro.
was Asempa 94.7 Yasinkonya, the Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show. Ya bread now so free Samray, Kopim said non kuno, Ebaba Yagudi Sam and on pay yatina so, Yadi Asia war live on radio, live on Asempa 94. When some the headquarters of Ghana Sports, and a Ghana Casa, and a Ghana Tie, in Chinoasubia, any actually, Shadow Subia, Yasansi, live or Asida 105.9, Ewa Takrade, Asida 105, Ewa Takrade, and yeah, Asemkuma 105.9, Ewa Takrade, Ghana Fonina, a tier show now, and yeah, Asemkuma on the internet, yeah, live on the YouTube, Asempa 94.7 live on the YouTube. Siami Hon Tempa Nana Nenkoma Hodwa production team the Atoba Manoso Ubetimi I join here na why part of the discussion na bibia so etimi akoi aropay eniti ayana wakaya kan ho na bibia aye kama pa yeni kan chiamo na yemisa se mopom etisen menim se twedi ampo basa yadom na daroba no pen so wan manin so ama bibia koso wano pa a very good morning no chow bia baby a otimen ka baby a otimene especially those in the diaspora chachamo pa ya chachamo kwan so nkokra so anopen so brother wiedu it is our time. It is our duty, it is our responsibility, sir. Yatina senior sumo, agudi kwanso, abraya sinkuda, yadi yen Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show. Ano pay yadi Asia. Today, Tuesday, the 18th day of August, the year 2026, the year of our Lord. Anano pay yatina se larger in supremacy. Na yadi enen koma ahodo, the yadi kan, the yadi tie, the enchemunu we change nano, yadi Asia wo ese yen Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show. And ye Asemkuma Asidabi we chira production team no and yadi Asidano emam all press and ano pay alatula edi obia di edi atuja Abednego the Dortmund and the producer extraordinaire for the Ultimate Sports Show. Ano pay wash na bibi and so etimi akoso wano na bibia kama pa Samuel kwadadi renchi wono so na dwumadi no bibia esi abakonso a wohwe na watenetene enioma midi edi obin kwaku Andy Ghana's Myxtro nie I'm your Supremo and I feel other team members in now so dia omoye president ka ho eboa na enenso dia no yade mu nkomobonyina ede ehia ese yen Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show live was Asempa 94.7 akeopa yebekwa manani latest eba Nina yadi sabetum na enkakra yatimi ewrem enei city de 85 million euros ato player ben na okofa no de aba ho enkomo ayetwema mentwe yadi ensa to sankomo no na yadi latest nina no de aba me no ka say the Scottish FA I will draw on support for FIFA and of course FIFA president regarding the issues by right in some ne ye beton kakra ye World Cup ye ade commercial chesensem bebrebe and the FA was Scottish and so ede wo enkobo ede abetuda bebre todboli and so akasa nyina yaboaboa no anopai ewa manoni nkomo no ma the foreign minister tenasia there is our latest nyina ede bro anopai ewudwumadi so eniti ayana wakaya kan ho na watumi ahye ne so ede amaye na bibia so etumi akoyi but ye bebe fie na yabedi efie nkomo na enro adwoda na ye hye efie nkomo na se na ye bobobo so na ye kyerese enne se ekatwitwiri dia eda the ministry nanim regarding payment of a year head coaches of the various national teams no enya asem kuma any assistant coaches no enro ye to ye bo ase ebobo so a ekoduru se enne auto ado enne ne legal team pim ede akọ FIFA ese kwan bia so no sika no ya che o se ne nsaka Carlos Queiroz so de eno so etwetwere bo so me makumako enai and assistance nyina kwa kopim the Black Queens and so aye head coach says he can aye twema mentwe na etiefo chese aye finance ministry no and then she then release sika ebi nso chese sika ni bi worma ye release that na so ministry na no and entumi entu aya ye hwe ani mu se saa enkoba no ye betumi ayidi afri ho na fe the substantive matter say who ne be lead the Black Stars of Ghana and the upcoming qualifiers no sa discussion no get to me edin ye na enimu etumi atene say ye kwakofa eye brony coach ana say Carlos na ne no ebedi nkoma na wa extend ana say bibini coach and ye settle on that matter so sa discussion no anopay edaha yetu ya boase na yetumi edi na ya hwese de ensem no ni nyina ebesi akọ enti anopay ye besrew na wo so wakan ho na saa enkomo no oso watimi aye part of yes enkomo no na bibia so etimi akoye anopay live wa Asempa 94.7 aniti kai ho na ini yes enkomo no na ye hwese de ni nyina so ebesi akọ na akọwie enye no nko ane enkomo anopay edaha. What the Ghana Football Association has said, and they approve 14 venues for the 2026-2027 league season. Na oshe enkoma elbow boba dia na jese eni ayenyan pa na edie ne komu ema sa venues enya approval na die ne komu ma other venues makomako e9 so womunsa anka approval na is at the end of the inspection and I say omo another opportunity say ye beba be inspect na ya approve omo na yetimi edi nkomo and I'm saying na ya me no ka say the first matches of the Ghana Premier League no telecast nyina no fixture nyina no empenfo e de abeto abontina ye hwe na yetumi edi nkomo enti venus ayentumi approve no ene ye bedi nkomo akọ de yetumi approve ye no so ye betumi edi nkomo na yakoho na amanfo ahyase raise questions na matimi approve eye tuba na tema eye edie no so ya approve edie na course that questions nyina no amanfo apagya de ba de to ebo ase na yetumi edi sa nkomo no na bibia so etimi akoye enya no nko a the Ghana Football Association na so ye na no wonim se eyade a eda yawada edi anim ya no eyade a the 32nd ordinary congress of the FA eyade a eba so den ochina eni na chi ya eyade a congress to form na de ya tie dada no convocation no clubs no ya send ya to apetim na so club bia ni ho a we raise bibia e de aba so far de ya tie no e wo se ye di nkobo na wo hwe agenda no ene nneoma mpanifo be di ho nkomo a na no me bebobo so enen so migusu a kai mo na matwema dwena si so se ehu behia e se nneoma mo pese e ba congress na yetimi edi ho nkomo no mo twen the general secretary ani ba ho na mo ntwen kodru congress ase ansa na makopeja mensa ne yaka chem se we enka agenda no man tro amfa ma general secretary enti issues are football people want I who here for discussion e wo congress no this is the opportunity for club owners and clubs or reps to write to the general secretary and I'm saying aka only 2 days na congress no asase e wo Garaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram enti no so anopay e da ha yeto ebo ase na yetumi edi na yahwe sede ni nyina no ne pomasi bre no ebesi akọ erinti aya na oso wakan ho na sa nkoma no oso watumi edibi na bibia so etimi awieye pa enra nkoma kese ebeto abonten pa eye player image right na eno na eye David Obey the branch manager of Kumasi Asante Kotoko Asia Kotoko players eni omo edi nkomo about image and image right no opanini enkoma ori ebeja eye mrantie no be cho tiere kakra bi mame ewia na fe ye raise eye questions no na ya hwe sa nkomo no enam se ehu behia pa ese enye Kotoko nko a clubs ahodo a ewo Ghana ha a wo mo players wo ma register wo na wo ye professional players no their image right whether it belong to the clubs or to the players no addition wo mo nyina no yakotabri e dia ba as a matter of education for our players but yentie David Obinyako the branch manager of Kotoko Abra Oshia Kumasi Asante Kotoko Emrantie no. Okay, enti David Obinyako, the branch manager of Kumasi Asante Kotoko enene eye Kotoko mrantie no edi nkomo was say a wo ye Kotoko player there your image right belongs to Asante Kotoko. Your image right belong to Asante Kotoko. And it's all a player na bo mediama obo has folk obo club bia. In this contest, no, not just said the branch manager said your image right as a player belongs to the club. Na sa eye enkomaro eno krebe no David enkomaro dija Kotoko mranche eno krebe no legally our basis ana another saying in the city and I said we miscommunicated to the players of Kumasi Asante Kotoko regarding the image right of every Ghanaian player, especially ewo Ghana ha na say specifically in Kotoko regarding the David Ebeja. And Tiana Yabasha the image right of players and what does it belong to the clubs now. Players na ebo na ebe belong to the club na edian ni dian ene komu and I'm say and same way and who be here by way of education na etimi bia so ema bibia so etimi ekoi enti eno so eyan komoni bia anopay Edaha yebeti eboase na yetumi ewrem boxing common ran kofa bai ene yebeto aso kakra na yetumi edi nkomo na yahwese de no so ebetumi akoye sounds na ene yebedi nkomo one on one ewo fia yene honorable Edem Agbana one chairman of the MTN Elite Under 19 Championship so na division 1 side and so club president and also san komano yebedi ewo fia until the show is fully packed anopaya enye asem kumanti eba show na wake o messages ni na manemra live on the YouTube page Asempa 94.7 na fe yenye bre entumi enkenkan ni nyina emfama adopay ewo show no so Samsung na osma via WhatsApp 0243 553536 0243 553536 ubetime ede WhatsApp messages no ede afa ho ede aba ana se o voice note no wo de fa ho de ba de beje bre na fe yetimi etia so ede ama adopay e wo show no so stick and stay me did my show ye ko fa ko wakata no emoboso no ede ehia osisi a Ken Kaninja atenase Ken Mache.
Good morning sir.
Maybe aboko
ready adom yeah me ho ye pa
okay yede nyamiase pa enti
na champion of champions baso
champions of champions no on the 30th ewo takwa na den wakofat
na mongo
adena no pa champions of champions
about say baso ewo takwa
bibi wa chira na
we say me no na
we by way of information ana bibi wa chira na minima twamadu ni sisi na ase bibi na ejire why be abedi me ho
okay
Big Joe and Mamen Crass
Big Joe
say me
I feel you say you to me e boni ye na e bo me de league no yeah with the sabre ya fe de I mean nya an eye opener ama ye hu say near Linford betumi aye wo Eastern region nti ya nso ye mo bo aye ho what you say I feel you say boy ho na Shalom FC
yeah
yetumi e fa ye ntoma pafra especially player transfers ni ade no o say de ho jim at least your target no was say yes ye benya at least be 3-5 players to the national teams no what you say o say yetumi nya 5-3 players our mo national team now at the end of the season no ye betumi eja be 7 players kwan say omonko siki for greener pastures no mo fam mabua because but investment a Big Joe na also intellectual property a wo dia title no at least esobeba mfaso a o say hu say play bi ye elevate no from the normal community attitude you know what I say live you know to a level also china bi no e betu aka say true Shalom FC player way osumesi bae wo na busuafo ana mebua
exactly
players bebre kwa na ni nkaye we okoba talent ne doso anti anopema minchia Big Joe ene ne busu nyina say ya menton koso na fe akoma Paul wode ma adasa no onhyemu kina no ntumi nya hode division 2 ne de anya easy o ne ya anya easy o usika na wohwe gusa hey papa
okay
moda so tue referees no
na den when do you have den e betua ombeba be down kanti
adopayeri ko wakata moboso na ehye nkoma na se wa daily guy ko wakata no nso emuom ene eye benada na wo hwe katai ne ede ni mo banner headline no a wo say court halt Edubuahin ex NAFCO boss trials over SC suit nti eno ne aba na it comes with a picture of Yura Kojo upon Kroma and of Chief Justice Bafuboni omo pictures in this story we here eno nso ababeto enim ha ene anopai Baumia charges MPP executives to unite for victory 2028 obeka say no ye the cabo so na watwi executives are etumi epa won mo say omumedi eko nanim no wo mo echemu ye pass na
Ami aduma about meko so by 2028 no na se Frankatuni yera Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Chiremu a na se obia yenka ye humbom na ye mo na fight for a common goal and no so abeto ha. Ose 2 killed, 7 injured in a Simfosu crash. Papa accident as an insane. Asempa too much you ana apija too. I think say
education is still
also education is samba so. Road safety for mumwa road safety mumwa MTTD for mumwa na we dey say ano ya ye den dodo. E America na den. Okay.
Akwan no nye
an attitude of drivers in so nye. Intes aye bebre.
Okọ be boko pian sisi a no dey sikwan so. No chrono. The nisu nyina ye who are you pa. 2026-2027 purchasing season. Anxiety grips young cocoa farmers. Dr. Randy Abe picture. And Edaho. Page 3 of the Daily Guide. Okay.
Spiritualist nabbed for attempted murder of girl 11.
Yeah, very, very important.
Okay, now back page. Or say King Faisal FC appoint Naharika Handa as first female board chair. Hey, King Faisal.
We are King
Faisal Ghana you. Hey, no way the story we here Kebe Alaji Kebe pa. Manchester City advanced talks for Morocco's Ayoub Bouadi and also Ababe Toha. Yedi Ibrahim Tanko open to Blasters job. Sam come away one only die and Kratai and so Ekruchebi Edi Aba. Adomonline.com and there anopay one also Ekruche kakra Edi Aba papa and they one also in some of their bano and someone say interesting pa ebeboam amache say enoma etumi akọ nanim na wo hwe animanim no bia me bo ba ko mienu bi so ede ama na mo parking kan no motumi atiesim na motumi akọ echeda fe etumi aboa ama bibia nso etumi akọso a na me ka wo say ene accident esie no eno okọ adomonline.com edenim ha ya enimpa mo ho aka bebi o mo frɛ ni adin na so adomonline.com papa anopei won mo etumi abochire ya wonye bi na fe okekan a eno nso ebeboa ama bibia nso etumi akoso. Also gold ball to make XRF testing mandatory for gold purity from September 1st. Eno nso abaye se gold na se wan hwen ya. Omo be shi wani mo.
Hey, gold do you anya careful chairman. Asumba shi o.
Hey, sir. Na NPP set August 22 deadline for national officers nominations. And no see a different from executives.
No, executives we original executive. National.
Okay. Into papa yenya so na fe yemfa emboboso ko wakata mboboso ne online there na ba ne so yemfa ensi ha no pay.
Very well, abusuafo Asempa FM tunie 94.7 way the Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show live was Asempa 94.7 sounds near live Asida 105.9 Takradikowa Ekata Mobosono and Anope and Tentempa the free the Dajino and the day to Sosima Edua Ediadino Ebedin Komo Dajino also Wadrincha live on the YouTube Ubetime Edi Eshia Hona Yajibre to Yakin and Sakrana Brepem Yebie and Lines no Ediatum na also to me Amayatonka maybe Bia etimi Akwe. Okay. Kwaku yenim komo ewo dadwene no and the first dadwene no image right issues are David Obienko Faba you know na you will say you didn't come say I am very important because most of our players here in Ghana do not understand image right of a player. What you say obi also otiase kra onim the legalities behind the image rights thing. What you say? And now share video now live on the YouTube page. Kotoko page na yafa yes video na edi free live on the YouTube page. Obeba na wabehwe for video na nkasa eto emame. Joe na fe yenhwe video na. Ohwe the demeanor of the players of Asante Kotoko na echle clearly said as a woman
pusa.
Woman okay with the explanation not David de Mom regarding the image or the players' image right. Because the club branch manager catch players and say obeko TikToker also unya permission. Obesha also unya permission. And now say the image right of Kotoko players belong to the club. And the players were shocked to hear that. But obi to me misa and Yomabia Ebema and Chimono Aye. I want us to take our time, not because of Kotoko players alone, but because of players and how they will understand image right. Because going forward, no, we are sure say a BBT are capitalizing on it and get other benefit from their own image. But yes, depending on how it is well managed. This is the video at that YouTube page. So David Obeng, the brands and communication manager of Asante Kotoko at the place di Honkwan. Kwakuyan Shasi or we are now over Frobia with me. Eddie Nonsaba.
Papa Medasi na ma yensen Ghana for Yasamba Babesum na mensum for my drink kakra emrewo enra enkoma ebetoja sehem corporate and brands manager meboa David Obenyako ni second coming no wayere nyomam na odi atudwa Oma hwa players na sign contract na wie. Tenie. Players be sign omo no de. Oma hwa omo sign omo contract wie registration ide. Ama like I say as a player for the club no. Oma ye wie. Any the players na good dem na ye church omo. Say say de we image no waton ide. Ama ye
the club.
Nti untumi nye bibia eye independent belong to
and unless Kotoko players now need permission to do TikTok live and dance on social media as clubs, brands and partnership manager David Obenyako says players have given their image right to the club.
Okay Papa Intina may try to read around and then understand senior idea David Obindia between how it works. What I say. Now, I come to the conclusion, say, the standard contract practice. Yeah. And the standard contract practice, usually a mother club permission. Say and they obey you to play any image for promotions, for match day programs. And ebia I say kids sponsors a club ni woni na ebia Jesse no antade no ne ade what I say Panafenarians ni ade no nyina no player no a was sign contract for the club no wo ho kwan so betumi use so omo for photo shoot ni sa anu what I say yenko ye brands no we mu omo sponsor yenko omo ho na yakotwetwa mfoni na ye post social media no club no e wo ho kwan. But Papa, when it comes to image right, a separate agreement.
Image right.
Yes, a separate agreement. Separate agreement, and then say a bono image right, a 50-50. And to be catch him say, per the standard contract practice, say when you sign here, with the 50% of your image right now, my club, into club, they no more be a funny image, or to me, you sue. Because no contract. The other 50%, belongs to the player. That is the separate agreement. It allows the player say over yusu for the image right or the bed deal with independent companies and now say omombe handle the commercial earnings for the player. That is the 50%. In the papa so per se who only 100% image right of a player and you want to sign a contract so babo no nkwana wenya
no I bind it
debi enya no Obinya could come again. That is not the normal practice. Player no signing contract. A player no was signing contract number 1 per normal within the babe. Number 2, 50% of an image right belongs to you. The player has right to say a bit is a papa team. Sa player no ebe keep us our right image right obe to me assign personal sponsorship deals like Sebia and Pabo Beshe.
Okay. Footwear
ne ebe goalkeeper gloves or besho bet me cause me club na die me ame wo me personal nkofo a o ma eden o mo kit me Into that aspect, also belongs to the players. Issues about social media, and no, it can be the decision of the club. Say we are guarantee interview without our notice. Okay. And no, it falls within the jurisdiction of club. No, when you must sign a contract, and now say it goes along with the normal in clubs in any more. In the club, we will have to be in a player and casa unless we're seeking permission from the communications manager or the director. Okay. And no, now issue about TikTok Live, Papa. TikTok Live, TikTok Live, important. Our TikTok Live, the content of what the player is doing in the TikTok Live.
My example, for example, said dancing. Dancing. If I say play an our TikTok, and we have permission.
Permission, man. David Obey. Permission, man. I understand, baby. I know free basse and shake club no ashen so dear. And it makes sense. Okay. Because ABM fan is a player be new being a banter. And now ebi to man with social media. Obikwa this is the first time going such a player. But when you shake to Jesse Noir, it represents the club. Yeah. But what I say, into no matter what to me fast brand no enye. But apart from the content of what the player is doing on TikTok there, the club doesn't own the right. Say 100% was any contract and player no koni kwan so be any TikTok Live any kwan so be post and remember David Obin should come clear.
And what of this one, because I want us to be clear on the statement one making on
but statement so
was it players have given their image right to the club? Is that statement a true statement?
That statement, a true statement that needs interpretation. Intermediate can catch us 50-50. If I give you 50% of my image writer, you still have control over my image writer. But I know you're 50-50 because we are signing contractor. Papa, your way.
Yeah.
We are worker of multimedia. You've given 50% image right of you to multimedia because multimedia pays you every month. But Papa said, person was signing an endorsement deal. What I say? That has nothing to do with multimedia. You still have the right because of your image. That image right in at all. And you will sign a contract. So you man what 100% image right. And see what baby.
Okay.
And see what baby. Inti papa obekaya. When we say big players, CBT say, Omukra na about public in so for example, Ronaldo Kweni interview on here club or near Omuye Juma. Oh no, sorry, to me Kotana PS.
Because the benefit of their image rights, and I say their image, are huge. Maybe they are change the contract, it be some club.
Absolutely. Obi image right, no board in contract no sign here. Into image right, you're negotiating separately. Aside the normal standard contract now may sign with the clubs and and also a separate. Into more being a players and sign a contract in now for what but out play natural players like catch on say now that was sign a contract your image right belongs to us.
And I say educate
you more because image right normal standard contract and you're the same.
Well, we can pardon or be because we have time and appointment in the buyer. Most of the players
no must sign
it. So in that score, maybe we can pardon him because of the two. Maybe I feel or build their education on the image and the image right thing until we can pardon him. But open that discussion. I am interested in how obey your points on the image right and what the role of the player as far as no one kasa image in your concern. And to assume me who say a football administrator be some mommy lengthy. I'll read it about a image right and we'll go about it.
Say if a player signs a contract with the club, it doesn't override or permit say nina or the BBA club ninsa to sell a major into the standard contract and per the practice in the Ghana Premier League any domestic league the standard practice and the standard contract practice say we sign a club no kwan so no betumi use we image there no ma me kan
okay
player nso wo kwan so no so image no betumi dey akwaje ne sponsorship any Into image negotiation here, it is different from the standard contract na you sign no. Into play a be any asase so or signing standard contract na no ye na club no club no administrator na say whoever you in charge na catch plans and patrol we signing contract we na we image right in bibia bedim ho into wontumi for image nye bibia unless we seek permission from me NC baby.
So how would you describe a young commander David name Mranti no ekudi
me feel say David Obenya kon what is important in modern day football.
Okay.
But you see the wrong method. Yeah, or you see the wrong method. The normal practice in modern day football for players to understand say we imagine and you be no we imagine but again in the long run, player be signing contract no. Or say interpretation of the contract no image right Yembi say, is it in the contract of the players now? Ma sign ma kotokonana e wo mana.
There be me.
And afen obi yakube introduce. Afen obi introduce dia. Player two negotiations that we are talking about here. Signing a standard contract say obebo bo ma kotoko one contract. Owing 100% ownership of my image. It is also another contract. Yemfa mom enya one contract. And you one contract or be a wonim commercialization or team marketing as when it comes to image right piano will give you near media man we say image right and standard contract of a player or by a team and yet the same a separate agreement and we need to agree or be better okay papa remember 70-30
yeah
okay for 70 30% na kanu me so me wo enoma metumi media ye because at the end of the day if a famous player be a bar, brands person money in the
yeah.
Edmond person money in okay. Semenyo, for instance, he plays for Manchester City. But Obeka says Semenyo sign a contract to the man.
Lavance.
It doesn't have anything to do with Man City.
I mean, your mark, now work up because
thank you.
Support our nation.
Kudus Mohammed. And for Tottenham Hotspur, that is the image right of the player. Tottenham will right to use his image for commercialization and everything. Kudus Mohammed has a certain percentage. Into obeying a command education, say what percentage belongs to the players? No addresses say what can we imagine? What percentage? Because we've seen great players. Say your goalkeeper has a goalkeeper. Say no about you so no so be advert.
Sure.
That advert has nothing to do with House of Folk.
Enti nye bibia play and
Debbie. And I will basically permission. No. Enti education. Enti me say in modern day football, Obinyako is on the right track. But approach na or using the interpretations, as a amaye Obinyako should educate the players very well. Say 100% image rights, it belongs to you, the player. Who sign a contract you are? Let's negotiate separately. Niantia says, 80-20, 70-30, 50-50. A negotiation from
me da say Ken Kaninja there and also found the brand na Facebook Benji Ejekum say good morning Papa my show. Good morning to my brother Senior Opoku and Athamosis of SCC watching you live from UK and all the way by Kwame also say what is Kaninja saying? If the club does not grant permission, how will they know the content? And also anyway, we say I believe there shouldn't be any issue with this. It is done elsewhere. And God's son from Pong. And so Munti Christo, I said from the statement said. Not in the Kotoko apparel. Yes, not in the Kotoko apparel. And also, most clubs in Ghana are cheating their players. And Samson, and so anyway, buy. Na nida kwaba kwakumasa ba hubim. Na nida kwa aba me pese ni ewrem. But this is what I got. Mame enkai na mama yenyina enti.
When ye ne wa hina wo kan. Obenya akudie ya.
The
full component of because sometimes delivering to the players might be different from the normal way now you church the players. Because there is no club. And I repeat, social media your friends saying that is the normal practice. That is not the normal practice. Image right is different from standard contract. You're negotiating it separately.
Mate, Mame Nase, Mame enkind this one from one football administrator or no regarding the image right now in also maybe see a banner venue now. Yeah, who Jumano. I was saying image rights are a personal right vested in the individual player, not an asset a club acquires by default through employment. A player's name, likeness, and image are largely treated as an extension of their personality identity. This cannot be assumed to transfer automatically simply because a player signs playing contract. So it covers all the
signature. The player's signature is part of the image right.
What a club typically holds is a limited contractual defined license, usually restricted to using the player's image for the club's own promotional, media, and sponsorship activities while the player is registered. This is a right of use, not ownership. The clubs have right of use. Timmy, clubs have right of use, not ownership. Right of use. If you're a club, you have the right to use the player's image, but it is not ownership. You don't own the player's image right.
The player is the right owner
what I say?
of the image.
So you have the right of use. Any broader commercial exploitation, individual endorsement, merchandising beyond club, branded kit, personal sponsorship deals requires the player's separate consent or permission, and in many cases is managed by the player or their representatives independently of the club. The final bit of if a club wants to secure image rights beyond this standard scope, that requires an express specific clause in the player's contract or a separate image rights agreement, clearly defining the scope, duration, territory, and compensation. A blanket claim that the club owns image rights without such documentation agreement is not legally sound and would not hold up if challenged by a player of their agent. So this is the better explanation of a player's right, but you have the right of use as a club, not ownership.
Say when I can say club onya sign that contract in a limited, but the club also has the right to say obetumi use image because ono so wafawa otua waka ono na eye adwuma ono wa binding contract, so it gives the club that opportunity say ono so be use image e de aye nneoma mbeye amanfo bebre say obenya ko an cannot send ye church we are only educating, and I repeat, we are only educating say send your car say we ye adwuma makotokwana so wasan ama ye ne de we image right one education ye ne say enye automatically say kotoko as an institution holding 100% right ownership over a player's image and no education. I'm for na mo quick to judge na mo for anoesi boneno. That is the position. And the chair will say education was a coso because for some time now Ghanaian players contract almost sign ebimu kwanti contract na say almost sign contract gum and ye mean maybe cast asem way former players are in normal body omo because of contract kwa no montiasie omo tumi sign ye no how omo and never seen ne. Thankfully, and the radio media are so popular in this country, and the reason we are here is for us to educate people. Share the normal practice elsewhere. Is this something and what we are saying is education should come again. I understand, sir, being a course appointment, late maybe certain players be the kind of running contract with the club. I image right contract the recommendation to the board no as say they be adwuma pe the newly recruited players and say you the special contract him.
Okay.
And Uber reading what you are saying was sign into he was just passing the information to the existing players no more kotoka camp no not necessarily contract but like Nana can say it is the normal practice in modern day football sanity but club only 100% right of a player's image and no dear what dear Obinya kunankasa kwa no pe wunya no ahoma yisu a he will give you that education say negotiation say me pese me 100% right or say me no negotiate say me nua me 100% right pese me this ka we ka contract no but want to mean for image and just sponsorship you wunya sponsorship outside the fabra na ye sign on your behalf so that the club will benefit into that is the normal practice yes adia Messi mu omo so wo separate your friend say companies omo no ma sign Cristiano Ronaldo ma mu separate na Messi no signing a contract at Barca for Barca can use Messi's image for the contract. Messi when image over to the in the contract on separately. So it is not something combined. A limited access to the club. In the club no should come clear. Papa baby a genius say what percentage they agree on.
Mate, Mamina say Ken Kaninja Medasipa Nida Kumache Bibia Boko so like Kaninja Ekano. David started the discussion from certain angle. I don't know why the interest that video no one show interest in posting that bit of the video because we have free omo page and that bit no kwana oma post here. Full video no na course no na aba bonten. Thank you. And a very interesting discussion. Whoever thinks he say onodi or kotoko ninti kotoko asemti and say a dragon, it is a very very interesting discussion. Sure. Maybe because we know say David Obin why why certain clubs before our back kotoko and was saying be a foreign exposure on how the modern trend of a image you see a manager maybe it is not wrong say you be managing a player's image what you say but how and according to he talked about player no image, player no time. What you say? Time and all that in there. So a very interesting discussion because Ghanaian players must know all these things.
Also, so that education. Club
may not be entirely wrong.
No. Entirely wrong.
Yeah, manager. Okay. Need a also bright enough. And boss Eddie Sankomo betu.
Me da say na menchete fu na no pay. In all honesty, kwaku enra mentie the discussion on the players, I have here. Yeah. For about 3-4 days, the could be hamid.
Okay.
Now, and yeah, easy, mammy. But then, Kwaku, like Kanija said, you say, when it comes to player,
wouldn't be a me amount. So kase wa nya yi wantie na bia na stela na waso no yo ya ma yenkɔ na yentie
so anya cold
na woni se unza menyan because when you cold dia na yesen ka bitime tie wo so wantie because no when you cold adena unya cold a untimi ntie ohene na aditi enya wan entimi bo ma na nipa wanya cold no na timi abie na so yentie nkoma David Obin e de emai. Okay, anyway, any enkoma the Browns manager of Asante Kotoko David Obin Yakon a very interesting discussion at clubs no yes also be at me picking up.
I think so we shouldn't be something that be attributed only to Asante Kotoko.
No, not at all. Yeah. Not at all.
I would say echo all the 18 Premier League clubs. Any other club only player echo into contracts. Because Sanyama will win here. I was saying the difference between club and player contracts and then club and players image contracts.
Okay.
Obekaya Real Madrid, for instance. Now only I think Kylian Mbappe also image right now only 100% image right. And now Vinicius Junior. So recently issues by Montem Kakra because player no person also no onya benefit be from the image right. And Osha contractor only na komu na on say there are some way be clauses be more Emiano it was say on no kasa no general club, most especially in Asante Kotoko.
Mbappe owns 80% of his image, and Madrid owns 20.
So a agreement, separate agreement. Madrid, the Echo. So that other players are the same with their respective clubs. But here in Ghana,
Vini Diani 50-50.
50-50.
Ono Madrid 50. And also 50.
That's all signed 2 contracts.
2 contracts here.
But the reason why clubs mostly you controlling players in a way. Kadija, player, action the team Jesse. Now the Akota radio station. Now Okasa.
No, the Akota radio station.
Radio station.
Now when the man permission.
That is it. Etina, Okasa what I can say. David used to work and say in anything Kotoko. Because at least anye ye kwan only club no air there our contract. Eti say wo ko baby a club no our communication department. Club no our management omo manage you in the team. Eti say o pese ukoye bibi sana at least I was over club no amane. So one can't check club no now kotra now we identify who say you are a player to this particular team. Which shape team no Ebony replica just in our granting interview now.
If a club
no.
And that's true.
Maybe the statement that players have given their image right to the club. No, them say no.
Very good. I'm saying I know because player a professional player part there. I was say only image right. Obi pair or no better. No work wasem.
Okay.
Because sabi also who did it any pa. Oh, and I also brand na crowd no. Obi so manage our brand no. What you say obi pe sa brand no.
Mami kwa homa so na me ne former Asante Kotoko midfielders, former Ken Faisal midfielder, former national team midfielder, and you ba PFA or Tintimpa maybe a twam na me ni session age. You see Valasan Chipsa. If you are seeing 6 year chips and income. Champion midfielder, good morning.
Good morning, Myxtro.
Bibi Abokodi.
Pardon, Bibi Abokodi. I'm on swear.
Yamiadum, Yahuya papa. We are seeing 6. Me sure say we follow a young comma, ye boy, a player image, the right of a player image. No, ye didn't command right. Say David Obeng and the Kotoko players, didn't come over. Watch church, maybe a who be here going into the season. And Okofaba said, and I want to quote, I said, Kotoko players now need permission to do TikTok live and dance on social media as clubs, brands, and partnership manager David Obeng Nyako says players have given their image right to the club. And no any enkoma ye so that players in benyantiasia a woman because a key topic I was say to me discuss it. As a former player and they when PFA Juma more share the welfare of players in the domestic league and on the globe, no. What is player image? Now does it belong entirely to the club? At what point a player and also a share in on one kasane right, whether I was say a call on the contract document and all that. How do you understand it? Boy, per the David Dibaye.
Yo, Myxtro, that should be very mature. A big for ne telephone in Ghana for you know, we are Hello,
Chips. If you're online, so Ethiopia.
Yeah, me say that was no much a bigger for ne a telephone in the program ya no pay.
Okay.
May follow program ne there, but some question as here concerning image rights.
Yeah.
So busa say players emreben na omo right to omo image. The fans say omo me commercialize no.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Pedro na ya clubs within their contracts, no, estate is players no are transfer or more image rights ama or more. Mostly no, yen shada enya butre en church remuma players nantiasi. obi or yeah without the knowledge unconsciously or yeah but under normal circumstance individual bear the right to commercialize on any image and or the right so or transfer any image ama any organization as a commercial entity be a officer obetumi any na yejuma. And mostly, and no shisha and take asem quite different from the contractor or sign. And yet automatic say player assign contract Emma club automatically no transfer the image right and so amount.
Okay.
Usually a separate negotiations. If a club wants to own your right now, separate negotiations normally near, but most times there clubs maybe additional contract say as you sign this contract you are also transferring your image right to them. And I'm say also you to me a players now and some sign or sign and say contract now or sign any value say woman it includes the image right and so. Because usually no commercialize image right separately. Myxtro mu kakra even say when you send an endorsement ne advertisement ACTA.
Yeah.
Moment I'll transfer right na my club outrightly that means untumi enquire commercials any other institution, any other company, any other corporate body without the consent of
the club.
That particular organization now exactly what transfer right na manamo. My example kakra mostly say me represent me players ewa mononia. You negotiated the image right values so separately from the contract now signed. The contract now signed mostly is to perform your sporting activities, to practice and to play games for your club. Internal negotiation anytime these conditions now contract I mean it's either we negotiate the values separately and I say we don't
Asempa FM. Hello Chipsa. Yabashan ahwe na nse eya na emu wa kakranti. Hello Chipsa.
So I say contract now sign no. Yeah, Myxtro.
A drop pick a campato of it to us a click, see.
And I'm say players management actually your match or more, then there's no problem with that. And no one can say contract now will sign any amount now, it includes your image right as well. At the moment now, besides our contract now, you don't own your image right anymore. So you cannot do anything, you cannot commercialize your image without the consent of the club.
Okay.
But so wouldn't say they are signing now say will negotiate separate values for right because automatically the contract doesn't automatically require you to offer your rights your image rights to the club.
I get it.
Hello.
Chipsa you line so pa Ethiopia boko.
I enti say enchechiremu e koso ma players no moti ase then they should know say yeah I mean contract now was signed that includes your image right and from that moment no only right be as obe commercialize your image. I mean the image right so it's broad. Also it includes your pictures, your name, your nickname, and sometimes couple your statements name a deep a whole on its own.
Okay.
And I hope that players they do understand. I mean church management at church match more I mean what it entails to waive and also to issue your image right to an entity.
Just I miss out this simple question 2-in-1. Anti player was signing a contract already. Wouldn't him say the image right into the contract? Maybe unconsciously must one was signing 5-year deal with a club. And they didn't come image right so player at the end was so and a clubs and so responsibility say and sign on mobile sign player biano educating about player right and whether say what they 100% in our club no and I say a year 50-50 and also so club no what that responsibility to do that before contracts are signed.
Myxtro mpacho milisu kakana break so bit man take question ni bi man.
Maybe say a player was signing a contract with a club already, no. And neya me no ka say ye di image right on common. Say ebia unconsciously the discussion about a image right ama before I was signing contract. A DNA such player and was say ye. And again, clubs also only that responsibility say before I was signing any professional player a contract no. I also discuss the player image right, you know, with the player. Whether so the 50% the amount and that's also only the 100% entirely. And also clubs no responsibility.
I was a club need me.
The ultimate sports show.
Okay, it includes your image right. And I think say a responsibility of the club to make sure say they explain to the players say contract no more sign no that includes some image right. Even though contract no actually as I was signing. So both of them have responsibilities over there, but as it stands, no, I need maybe a free no. Me feel say the responsibility should lie more on the clubs to explain. Do not send in what image right is, and I will name what it entails, the do's and don'ts of it. And me feel say before club never sign player, and also to me. In fact, I say I could appoint David as the brand's marketing manager. And also, the responsibility of David to explain to the players, say, who sign a contract now, what will we image right now? From there, from that moment, you know, you don't have the sole right and individual right to commercialize your image without seeking permission. Most times, no, striker, make me assign contract with Kotoko as a player. And then issue my image right to another company somewhere else. And yet, they be an asset or share chinchinia Osama club, particular club via on one also only image right. Make my example. There was a contract I'm here with one of my players outside of the country. And then the image right, you know, ewo promo hono. Yeah, the 70% in the mark club no. And they keep 30%. But outside Kumu, no, everyone say, not play any Ghana. About Ghana, you only the 100% image right of the player or Ghana. In Toronto, the commercial be an endorsement by Ghana. The club need who to me be a say, or Bebuses Kebia. But say, yeah, Corona no woman na, and idea, a chase cano, 70-30. But before that, no, there's a special fee. They paid for us giving them that 70% image right, you know. Every 3 months, we are the next kind of player who was KBOG from the club. And it doesn't matter, say, I'm commercializing the image, you know, I'm commercializing, no. For me, giving you 70% of our image right, you need to pay for it.
But for the clubs, no, Matthias, but as a club, so Ghana had as you capitalize on the commercial values of the images of their players to make revenue or make money out of it. And how do they go about it? Because you enter a club here, annually the image right of our players value at $1 million for us, and the better form of boosting us financially into the next season and all that. Quite better soon that clubs me. Who can commercialize the image right of their players?
Because Myxtro, they all cannot. Yeah, it's a huge problem because we are not incorporating corporate Ghana fully into our football as our sports. And mostly, no, these image rights, no, commercial entities, no, corporate entities, no, now mostly, no, omuta pay money for that. Remember, I say some time ago now. Michael Listen, they used to be the face of Fan Eyes.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
So those are all part of image rights. I mean, endorsement. Because it's adverts. Or play a BA using voice. Endorsement. A brand and as a company. So the clubs no to me are commercialized and also making money from those things now. they should be able to incorporate corporate Ghana more into football. But at the moment, seeking sponsorship, your league, and then to talk about individual clubs. How many clubs in all Ghana or more sponsorship from corporate entities in Ghana? It's difficult. We need to work hard to get. The league and our clubs need to a certain level to be able to attract corporate Ghana into this kind of endorsement and sponsorship when it comes to image rights. Ghana, but you're fan of you're fan of our more no put him say was a be film. They take advantage of the athletes. Wabra athletes no also unya they deserve no unya.
So it means that I will say I applaud David Obenyako for bringing this issue up, and maybe encourage the other clubs, so many branch managers, and say they should get reps who can educate their players on the issue of image right and how much they can get out of their images. Your images, your players' images need to be almost sebe. From who player. Ebi about team kesiye bi bonze Indomie kiosk on na picture boho kesiye no wa page Indomie barbering saloon na boho kesiye and all that. I think that we have to encourage that and commend David Obeng for raising this particular issue. Anna,
a good initiative. That is number one. Two, no how ombe exploit no and American are the players aware say cause and then no. David has a lot of work to do. So say any responsibility of making sure say obe get in touch with corporate entities obe timianya endorsement ni commercial some of the players. And no scanners no mujia yes mo players ni bi. More fanyi na mo bi. E wo mu say me sure say about this time I dey come ABI players might have signed contract already.
Yeah.
I say omo review omo image rights no omo issue image rights na dey ama Asante Kotoko. But now no so Kotoko so engage other corporate entities na scapre mu ba omo ma players ne kakra na omo so at least no and yes I know say ebedu be no place na ne beti and then it will become extremely difficult for the club and I say other clubs to get those things. No say can say education na no.
No correct.
And she say play ball baby or club fufu bi na no nya enyanto na. Next time ko say o say ni ya. Obet try say ono so be stand up for the right. When I make can say in Ghana no ye do that level idea who be compare foreign clubs for example on because basic salary no crap on need here then. Myxtro. Salary now also call extra money for image right. And even though you're right there, and because I bet say class, no, if I say David, if he's able to get corporate Ghana close to Asante Kotoko, neske be free mobile. Pianka krama players no. Send a bear players no so any bejia be say and nadia exploit to omo keke. No mono. A home ban for swama on any club ni na. This is the way we can grow. But say one sided that. Not touching. I say quasanity and now grind there. Agrasa. Aha. It is a yanisa, nay exploited players, no not chamonity. A horse side news a bezel once and now then, yin a bas square zero. It's never so more. We are bomb about a good initiative. Them mono, they should work hard. In Siwaga Kessa players now, Wasana, Wasama Keke. You have to work hard to make sure you get corporate Ghana close to some of these players. Ask Kaka Krepi Muba, no after players. We imagine any company we assign say, Scassi and Ashri Marble in terms of Jacka, Fakan salary now, Jacka Canona, the idea. I have almost a player no crap on any beji because they need that home, they need that so. And we can do not name this kind of things. But Yasha, say no, I also to educate you mona in your pussy a bit nako. Say to me, I do a quite anima, a bedroom maybe no, players no better. Salaries ni nema isusu susana say money nyina no we munya skank de we free nchen ni nyina beboa ama ahonto aba.
Yusuf Alasan Chipsa FIFA intermediary. I know pay ye better sipa for that year education or the amaye our headquarters of Ghana Sports Asempa 94.7. And me no me no there. Ye image right no can find aye na you ya de agi koko sa e wa so ase.
Omo twie di o. Omo twie di be.
Ya de agi koko sa. Image right, Coco. Yeah. James, I know better than Yamin shall be brave.
Micha, a leader, Connie, Ghana for no beauty, as some people are Chobia.
Obia, so. Coco image right. Okay, you see Valasan Chipsa. FIFA intermediary and now telling can say Edin come. But this education, I don't think say here before for can we home. Means that one David was not far from right on that matter, and the discussion should go on now for intimate enquiry. Can you and wrap up on now? Because I can't have venue soon enough, my time now, because the name is I won't interview be brave. Mammy Tim back.
Like Chipsa said, no, I do we know, I was say always no, you can
periodically education.
Because players, like I say, you can't almost all more managers or manage one more.
Yeah, more
managers look how many
image right.
What's that? Only few may know, but a big crown bisa who say the year Jumana because a player like Benjamin Asari today as we speak, Kweku send the manager or managing no and him the essence and the value of the imager and can just take it to an Obenya Ghana. Same thing applies to House of Folk. Say player no be able do say ano. Say one on even 30% of the image writer. I can to me. I commercialize it and just because I can say image right like can you just said voice crack and who
voice
share video signature if you club number
nickname
account
but don't
forget that you was 10 image right say who player no or girl crowd or man I was tell me girl no it is true because player no say or worry and that's our girlfriend now ko social media ko ye bibia e be attributed to the player and the club by extension the club can you just the board
number
we image no multimedia only right can we get takrade dia no na idea ni nyina so mu nyina mo banda control
your bobo be a grass posted and last season you call Africa no na you play about the girl is standing and said that free kick bills today by and play and bona coaches no a signal is
the other player
number and the girl not sorry
you woeful
leave it for them
hey
leave it what is it go you leave it
you woeful
oh obi take call him
attention play a girl asem now
yes and I'm a friend lady no I'm saying what do you mean
coach Cassia will girlfriend
at this moment he doesn't belong to you mo pon match now but you know makoye mo way but see how she kotokota dey no drop park no so in the name of us oh kotokodia in fact guy no dey ma fa no ho no that day
because you feel that joy and be affected the player in the club
because of the pam VIP down how they go enim ho na I don't know what all tie mo to nesa
Matthias
most of these things I think say I was saying clubs so high experts are omunim sanyama wemo like David for instance David Obinyako you cannot take that thing from
very brilliant guy but the angle he has started I think say because I was say because he said now he's not into communication he's into brands and marketing. Yes. So the only people obetime brand you market you is the Kotoko players. Yes. And that discussion will come very, very important.
Kotoko a friend saying apartments now TikTok live. One amount was happening.
Now you to
any idea. And that club now will say anything. No.
Is it me who play a case? What man temo? Indomie container. Send the picture by a beer on.
Ebiana, what on the right?
Debbie, what Debbie? Open Indomie, image right. In Adiama in Indomie. Papa, 30 seconds. Sorry.
Papa, education is key.
Very, very important.
The case of school are now both. Oh, where education?
Yeah.
And near your kind na yedi kan boss ni na I me dey say an accredited FIFA intermediary in this country who is a former footballer, a former captain for Kotoko, a former player for Kim Faisal.
Yeah.
Abetu munchine.
What's what JB money
players?
Yeah,
or JB money players. Say ya can my voice na obenya ko anka ni say me catch you say obenya ko is bringing something, a modern day football. That is the normal practice. But no, yeni nyam bien do sa level no. Inti yetoto nase. Eno na ni can say. Suswam pa se hwe the spotlight a bar Abrenton did Benjamin Asari who with the walker. And Kabana has in some coin, and Como some coin, and Como sponsorship of Messi be only the Benjamin Asari Neko. But Bisa who say, what is in the contract of Benjamin Asari and House of Folk?
Very well.
Into the education, you're starting a name fancy here. You better talk or swipe, Bumwa, mobility, assess image right is something that is important and is helping players of late in modern day football and play a BO representative Biano. They should make sure, say, Papa Omba attaching more seriousness into what we call image right in football.
Mate, a few of your messages are back education, information, entertainment, and the Ultimate Sports Show. So, and today also taking and Penifua Boyang, Amayatimi and Yanchima, a coachre. Good morning, senior. The player can go back to rate negotiation on his image rights, even though he's already signed a contract as a player. The responsibility also lies on the player to discuss on his image rights, even when the clubs don't raise it or bring it up. Where lawyer Fifi Ewuzi, and the way by Uncle Mike Bonsu, where the tease his pa na Uncle Mike Bonsu at the Abano Nibenia Hoden so go for Monte. My men try to do justice to it. We say, good morning, my show. The whole issue appeared to be a conflict between contracts, image rights, and club image policies. Image right and club contract. Most professional clubs include a clause about player contract and club image in contract. If the contract says player must get approved before posting content in club kit or must not post anything that brings the club's image into disrepute, the club can tell a player to take down a TikTok. This means that if a player uses the club's badge, kit, training ground, or implies that the club endorses it, they can restrict it. A club can't just randomly ban dancing on TikTok. But if the player signed a contract plus code of conduct that covers social media and image rights, then yes, the club can restrict, fine, or sanction them for it. You need permission to even take a selfie with the club because no one knows where it will end up. Yeah. Mike Bonsudia on also a interesting time ahead. And Obi should be say yes, a professional player must get permission from their club before signing an image right contract. Most player contract requires club approval to avoid conflict with team sponsors, media rules, and the club's own commercial right. And we so by Isaac and the way so Mame Emraha, this one says, hello Papa my show. I totally agree with King Kaninja. The team don't have 100% image of the player at all. Thank you. From Deacon Frederick Asante, Northampton, in England, and all the way messages be brinano. Mami,
when him say they're working. Na me ba haina. Say me ba kwi den station me frame me ana. Me ba haina obi frame me na. Go be sa. Sports director say I dey my one king kan we. Multimedia dey oti ha.
Image right.
Sir, the image right, the banner munya ya. As almost mean to mean question bia ne omun kwaye show.
Say.
Man come here where there some go read.
Okay, mami ko Facebook. Making kind back community be fed up here we are. And this issue of see demon come up venue very important partner. The time in okay, mommy me line into my name 5 calls. Nothing a time bem cry na e betimi about 4 venues now. Oma approve and then so discussions be about it and said Doma for instance you say phone line to me. You say inner perimeter no.
And you complete. Anna.
Inner perimeter. Okay.
Cool heart.
Bye. Asempa kwen. Da ko mumpe security man ni jana e tia no bi. Adoma eyevenu no. I'm told to say
Domain crew.
Nana Jiman Bedu eyevenu no. I'm just say sir inner perimeter and that DNA.
There for parking.
I'm just say that. According to say I dada into Monsi Sanaman and new any ade and no so they are expected say the next visitation but among for reason say Oshe Tuba venue ya to me and Vision FC venue whatever yan tuma which of the two now say G2 which of then Vision Diana yan tum Emma Tuba Diano
dreams Diano
among for raising a lot of questions about it because we had the standard the size and the atmosphere wo ho no mfise nkatema de no
as my mention that's so licensing manager ono an that's
inspection
oh see no din komo na you know no mo you ko for raise concerns
and so what it is that we a club for instance Swadro dey say meeting Swadro dey no hwe the last season na standard was so this season no sign do mo say kan yen kama pa and no ntime meeting but Port City dey no
kokrantumi
Amiti perfecto. Amiti perfecto. And the club licensing manager should come again. No me and here the boxes or take here to me. A pass reject and as meant last 2 weeks he promised to speak with us about the Ultimate Sports Show. Yeah, born up one sign for what I say later on Friday so another Tuesday and also one sign for the call as of now. I don't know sir. Club license in a restricted area there.
Also you are to image right.
I mean can say because you are serving the stakeholders and you may be one of my so
education.
But all tum so be kasa na production ye bibia we na san frewa. On peke o phone. O na me na me say obe frewa je anwumre. And so as me men so tia he has given us assurance to speak with us
2 times severally. The third time in
and this is a big issue to tell the stakeholders why A was approved and B was not approved. Even though they are my clubs, but any clubs in Kasa, sometimes women just are disappointed. For Shodro, for instance, women raise a lot of issues. Even the approval of the Tuba Avenue. Then no, what you say? A problem.
I have a dream because and I say me day we look to me Facebook also comments about people resist a lot of concerns about certain venues. Well, for instance, Nana Jiman Bedu host minimum hopper. So I was somehow surprised kakra say and no meeting requirements na as a standard. Now other venues
and mo meeting
and near J Kreku for
Tema
teams I find it so easy. So we pack will bar
because we are safe zone level hona e better than safe zone level 2
yeah far better. What you say you know me who didn't hear omo anje hono no antum e bia but they need to tell us because we have less than 2-3 weeks say especially legacy abomaka bibi.
So the most important thing the clubs are more than a ban on say before the start of the season we submit 2 venues and one no ya anyan so obohuma if be more a different venue. Oh boy, a so the option 2 no be fast. Yanko na yentie e calls kakra. Hello, good morning.
So good morning, Rich Papa Myxtro.
Kwaku listen, yinteti ama me na the time no e boy in tempa.
Very very good. Now say a friend is saying yeah approve a friend is saying venues a friend saying institutions man. Imagine say you approve Iraq. How you say comically ni venue approve. Uni baby America
material bezo chair say too bad and the say obeso chair
no kukra to me comically ni no your friend is and even who say yanka say honya
comically ni nana za food zana bezo
what don't go there
but one fair to refer
no what I'm saying you are not getting me wrong. I'm not don't take the name comic no unim say Saddam Hussein comically na tell be the chief of staff and now ready.
Tenting out the Iraqi example, right?
And I tell the Iraqi example, no, comically was very powerful. That's what everyone to make us. And already,
but that doesn't make him so powerful.
Hey, guy, now, Obama call powerful. US now, the better than Ghana, bro.
And no, because we're powerful, but to be Timikasa, the Ocasa, we're powerful.
Powerful, don't go there. Udro Safo, a very powerful person. Don't go there at all. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like you are saying, as my men to come out to explain, say why we did not qualify and the other ones also didn't qualify. Yeah, as my men also come out. No be explaining.
Yeah. But that's it.
Okay. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Maxwell Agege 205.
What channel pay?
Hey, Josie, you have a code here.
If I actually, yeah, we shall never hear. You said, I never chance.
No, yeah, pa.
I mean, she need a funny studio. And then, work for Mom, yes, she had no paper. I may bought protocol, Penny Nabaso. We said, which commit up of fast yamba, let be in same, not a beauty pageant. Menuka say one shot this season contract be brand for a month when the baby or contract.
Papa.
Month when the baby or contract because of Nabania, most more well room. We have to change more divide. Buffet chips and one chips basis is, you know.
I know idea Canada kind
of. Obi the message, but ever say Bremu Canada. I never Canada raising no. I no create true. Well, my Micha St. Phyllis Enterprise, my channel for Namcha Salam. So, who said it should be said, no, are you discuss here? Are you good to park? One say, players, no, because maybe say, near you follow outside in your menu. It may just say, club into me who do 100% for the club, for the player. Because you outside and players sign individual contract to be any maybe. And I mean, said deputy, no, say player club or contract. That's all no personal contract. Or contract no any club the woman sana because they be on committing who baby and boy.
Exactly.
Yes, sanity. Inti me anope me was madam was. Se mo offer club license is them ba former class of Mayfi there your friends saying.
As
means MHH ma kwekwe sana mo hanu.
No no call inspection no.
Sana mo hanu. So the baby me free ba no. Echeche mu se nsisi so munyano onene ho me say pacha no pay ya ukasa no say Ghana Football Association approve venues nibi club license ni koya duma the Ghana Football Association but any Ghana club license and record form website Ghana Football Association and record to license no ni omo ho nsem wo ho yes famu eduma na dia mom but venues ni bi wo ho obekọ say we ensaseable. But the sort of pennyphone and 6 pennyphones by Japan. Minuka said, season event to start it. If you'll be born, you ever catch said, your way, to Koboha, or Boria, matches like a vessel, the ball, over company sleep break, over complaining, it's a honey ajatum. Honey aniatum. I'm not class honest, no. I didn't maybe why I'm on just over the
you're now saying name from
yeah, I let you nothing.
Mami Nasi 0542771092. Now also do the other. Hello, good morning. 0542771092. Oba na also why you know and tentem na for etumi aba 0542771092. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Papa.
Yes, I'm Pacho Waini.
Pacho Ishak ni.
Ishak yentiwe.
Bichana na kwa Benson. Papa. Some will see, catch on the club licensing. The club licensing regulations, and never be brave and a woman say, okay, the year you ma Ghana has here, Kababua, am I a league, I a crab, and I say a league in image, never be brave. Yeah, approve venues to be, and I approve venues to be due to Neman think it. So Busa club lines and Capanini by and Busano near Mabia, and Cobacas baby on my Mudra, a little Sago, my chair, went to mean Kamuno Cre. Yaba started league. You both say a boligi, Aqua Nimukakrana, and say, Deno, I didn't mean be imposed, Bakum be a binyasha, Lubos enche, not Pittisono, I basa basa. Minim Hawa. I quite almost fast on Medina prove pitches to be say, Yamboso, because players in the bit my train, if I say be a house of folk. Omo pitches on my ya kama ya omo train no so kama now I could not pitch for so na enye papa and enya up to standard now oba unya the best out of the players no de bia na ye didi players na sama na say ye trouble players and they say omo nyiro omo ho mobo na omo mboni ye ba pitches omo train no so no enye so na bia omo nya ebo so bo ankasa na so ebo so league matches enti ye league ne pese enko animu a your motion regulation me we did bia enema ewo mu no edoso a ye de ye adwuma e betima boa me league na de akonka enti everyone no mo da mo sorry
0542771092. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Pacho Waini.
FM DJ asar me kasa piso.
DJ mi entiwe.
Yo kaka mo kana se o hwe Ghana ha HD we preview ho a se omo approve ema yebo Premier League was on the best.
Oh, I bet no good dear. Okay, Kwaku Yamasiana. Me bacho, Mumfanche, me bacho, yamfa and no NCA na ye home so. Anope na Belmont na be the ejawo na Belmont non-alcoholic malt drink original eno na say asan baby nkra na we na reloaded na say the nyoma foforo akeka aka ho na it has come with a big bang bringing you an enjoyable malt refreshment every day eno ye Belmont what you say it taste has been regained to be smoother, creamier, and refreshing. And the way you Belmont to Quadano Pepero, and I'm saying, a beer woman dream what you say, a Quadao no Belmont or the class. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Motia say there be on Kabida. What you say, teacher Bisano? Do you understand? Yes, sir. Motia say, yes, sir. Now we can Horma. Obana dear on no Belmont to be that. Do you understand? No, ATM, yes, sir. Motia say, or say there be. Now just say, and you ma enkoye. Ewa adwene man Belmont eno na eboa pa na akasa kire adwene no ama adwene na timi anyane na bibia so etimi akoe enti minim so wo adwuma ma eno na abebobo wo fie ana say o spend the time with family and friends eye Belmont eno na eboa ye nkramofo ye numbi kristofo ye numbi ye ne ye twen nyame anim animunyam na so ye numbi ama bibia so etimi akoe enti anope wo timenka just visit the nearest store and experience the new Belmont and share your Belmont moment on Instagram and on TikTok what you say na bibia so enye kama pa o pedodo to afrey 0544 335900 and a 0544 335800 Belmont and I said Belmont shine your greatness Belmont a new malt experience we know FD ajatum at the home komokaka and the MI now Franco Trading Enterprise and so airboy 40% discount and the MI say Nokia Samsung iPhones, smart TVs, Franco air conditioners, chest freezers, washing machines, the kika kauna generators no or the air mom. About your Franco kwa you way at the amount. Then Krabatan Ghana habebia befebia. Franco ni no banning some at the air train. Tiano pe what timinka 0246 422338 and 0555 939311. Franco Trading Enterprise was still phone papa Efi and her. Ya de be home so ha na ya dan ho aba na ko fa chairman
bra
na
aso wo interview me time na ko di agbana ho
and odo ye fact
and am komo amundi me kra den kan na me wo sorry ma me check for ka kotoko meko ho cause someone take decision bi a me fo aso 100%.
Okay
they trying to rent the Baba Yara sports stadium.
Yeah, no so matter.
We'll come there. God willing tomorrow.
Matter.
Because sometimes when functional statements are released after the game,
deductions in there.
Joma mats na who say you rent stadium na be benefiting whether people come or not. Their responsibility. They want to gain total control, but I think sports authority may not allow.
And I know the reason
for
why.
Obvious reasons.
I know the reason why.
Interesting times. Now, come on, Moody. First of all, a brand new Hobart. But for clarity, more Juma pa, and I'll commend Yusuf and Obia. But voice in the view.
Me mountain voice in
the view. But I'm here.
David Obinya brands a year
because
manager of
David never said Kotoko owns 100%. Though he did not break it down. But on him say, Bibi Medin Komubu say a clubs no. Among proper structures. How many clubs no brands and corporate one Ghana? How many? But they're specific.
Because the brands marketing
say ono be play role ani Kotoko
yeah. Paul Ayamba was a business development officer.
Ebeshim
brands
Ebeshim
and then other clubs may have
other clubs no I think they sit
the difference is that Kwabena Senso is a business development manager with Kotoko. And we have brands.
So because Kotoko want to pay particular attention to this one.
I get it.
What I say? House of Folk war marketing team and our manager.
Marketing manager, yes. Obanoko.
But I think I'm saying is that what they normally put in place, marketing. Almost the same, but one say, oh yeah, Emma out here.
Maybe a KPI, a part of your responsibilities.
What I say, but a very important issue. Like Chief said, Obenya bibin kakra when you crown koso.
Yeah.
First of all, your class no.
The ultimate sports show.
Manu da sumnaso. Boots and books one so faso.
Yeah, I remember pa faso also.
Anka itimi ye ni year. Lawyer 930. Boots and books. And our managers na managing boys na so no. And our girls now athletes in general no. Do na sebi. Tina make sebi.
Emfa saying.
Niam ebi on
the ultimate sports show.
Niam ebi say no as a training ni ho. Because one can but to him so obi can tell me there money me 100%. Moda mun kra. Because Stacy and Kasan, Sana can start ye name contract details of the Kotoko players.
Yeah.
So much CD. Because Obi ha only manager ni be crowned by himself. Wakope endorsement projects and our programs. A very instructive thing, David Kayano. I say in the Kotoko apparel, you cannot do any certain.
Yeah.
They are not trying to say don't dance. Don't go TikTok. But Uba say ye BB as an ambassador of the club, there, you have permission.
Exactly.
In any case, on can say yeah, my own you. But Osha, then where
they will quote you and how you will do your content.
Exactly. And the gentleman is never wrong in any way.
Yeah.
The
ultimate sports show.
Sure.
Mbappe, for example, Mbappe at the point of PSG wanted them to take picture with the client. I say, only Biwobia, only conflicting brands in Tinyadu Bicha. A fair neighbor, and we'll have time to explain.
Okay.
It's such an important thing. I say, clubs in the bois. The
ultimate sports show.
Sign contract now. Be a lawyer. No shame.
Because
that be Sebi na untiase. Who working for an manager?
Professional.
You understand? Ghana no. Near man me bro. I catch that now born me. Now him say image rights now auto. You are just here. I just see the crowd.
The ultimate sports show.
Heavy. Me did say at that time crowd. Now appreciation of this thing was not there.
Yeah.
And today, most of our clubs and need to understand them.
And then bring the discussion to during the time of Herbert Mensah.
Yeah.
At a point of back in first, or be introduced Nokia phones, blue and white. No, but JB man clubs in Bia, but it was the introduction of Nokia into the Ghanaian market.
So question.
And once you have a chief phone in Niaji, not Kinfesa player kuta Nokia, not knowing otherwise. Nokia
under this same, your shared ownership.
Yeah.
Your fan splitting. Says he can't bar. Because okay, Kotoko. Okay. By the end of the month, that's where to maybe 10%. In fact, you can even agree whether it was two separate, more often it's separate.
Yeah.
More often the club, Sanamoka have 50-50 way, 80-20. Even in your 80,
the ultimate sports show.
Something. I'm saying quite complex. What you agree and put on paper.
But let's look at the value of the players of Ghana. Do they have that image?
Very good question.
How
many? Nada yepe nkrofoa shito ini ade nya kudus ne kofan because need dey no osoro obo EPL. Na kudus yes ad na so share space just
Debbie
Kotoko. That's why David said in the Kotoko.
The ultimate sports show.
You can't do anything like that. On Kabibia broso. O dey say 5% na ye wa. You see ye 5 no ye bo ho ban.
Okay.
Men share ye jesse ye bibia nyina jakuja say in fa kotoko ye training anything red and apostle no bebem. The logo of Kotoko bebem. And it's such a big thing and we have to have time and explain.
Okay.
Na ye mwana class
the ultimate sports show.
So momani koho na aye ya bibia be fine.
Martin.
But Kotoko renting Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
Very important.
Very important. House of folks should come there. I'll be there.
Martin, that's Samuel Kwadari Renchi, interesting point of interest. And Sky, anyway, earlier Minya way was saying player image and reputation, controversial comments or behavior during live stream can create problem for the club. It's a man for copy we know the buyer net. Ting.
Okay, last season for instance. Kotoko, any abetambo.
Joel. Yeah, we need mommy and
any abetambo, any rezona. Yeah. Oh, but I work massive. Yeah, now, rezona for the different products. So, we guys are on Badako Jachi. And I'm saying, person abetambo. Yes, so in one of our home games, the
ultimate sports show.
And I'm paying for gadgets. No, I said, club, no, Yahweh. So, what you say? Because it is in the name of the club as Kotoko. Who owns the player?
That's true.
It was a sign of winning now. Yes,
Mate. Me da say, yeah, the new AC, Maminya way from Abraham. Yes, Sabin and ne doyere edi ni bedi. Was say I thank God every day for blessing me with you through the good times and the difficult moment. You have stood by me, and I truly appreciate everything you do for me and our family. To you, my love, Teresa Entry Buama. Teresa Entry Buama and Ebenezer and in fact Abraham Sabin Abraham Sabin. Ese yemfama ne doyere Teresa Entry Buama obates ahofedua otiase obamuba otiase oba Teresa nyame onhira opa na enya wo a ebidie nkahwan enya wo a nka ebidie nkahwan se wakurokura no na wa fa ne saa bepim enei na wa ma no nkoda fe a okuso ekura ne mu gusu akura ne mu na sebe obi hu otra anya ntade a yehye ne ma hu wodi asenti Teresa nyame nhira papa na ebia no pe wuti a enye message tintin bi atro ma yehunu ka ba akonam say ya dada na yehu say fufura ba na yemfama enia Teresa. Happy special birthday to you, Sister Teresa. Ya home so abase sia ya ba quickie ebeba na we are in special guest and so etimi atena se yeden komo ba Asempa FM sinie 94.7 me dey my ya ba sia
the castle will be a showroom of Potemu. Na ye be, ya sound the homeland and swat at home. Say, apart from some mobile TVs, gas cookers, kettles, microwave ninia kikahon, mobile to Miss Tomon Namu Konya, plates, Nemon Tree Ninia Kikahunina, ewa your branch bakwa, your friend homeland. And it just a man what says, so would dig our electrolander. You bet me from now what bed she at Chedia Kessie. I think so, you want NASCO selected promotion, yeah. So what top aqua, bet how bakwa home. And waiting so Madina, Yashada Mamo special price. Fala! Yatiti Yamani Sunina Mamu. Madina, yet don't want Samu Bebri. Kawana Bra Madina taxi rank, opposite Eco Bank. Mumro, Namubenya Samsung, TCL, Media, and in Nasco Papa. Nemukai say Homelanders who Electroland prices there. Fala! Ye Shomanim. Electroland. Biaya Bakwa, a one name when Yama, Fernando Daffon.
Ayampo, say a quantum wisdom, ye can you him, na one could be na yell satism, and Oma Bebri, Nagana edition, Nemu won't performance, the Otia when you beji, and it your rubber.
Your cry, yes, slow at all a year 20 inches. 3 days yet to be wait a grow.
Enti ti abrochen komo akwaku amankwa akontadwo edi bro wa Asempa 94.7 FM so.
Edru me nda na se enua no mbo amanone. Di omosua kakra. Di omosu ahunu. Ye nsu yatie. Ye nyina etrasia. Ni aka bom.
Memory da bia e bonosia epem se ya. Ekosi na wotwe twendwene ye ho e wo abrochire se de yakohu ene de abedru fie de yehu ne yehwe de ye ne de aba. De enye no eni kwa se ye.
Ze na je se abrochire nkomo na dimu tintim pa.
Ye bewe no ma hodo a e won kofo aman so a ye betimi de aboa Ghana. Amna fa ne to ma pefra. Omanyi buntu na ha botesan. Passport won sensem. Ni nyina ye de bro e wo abrochire nkomo dwumadie yi mu. Ye besa so mo akwanya no a kire wadwen.
Robert David because of Germany. Kobe. Yeah, Amsterdam. Concept no what for abrochire for omo e wa amana ne nemo omo asiamana no dia na omo tipie no omo kura na aso program no mu aso project mu e nwanwa.
Shene so say me me de bia 6 p.m. Boganie abrochire nkomo ni.
Obutentim no se say de wadon
enyamia asedan kwama angel rock mixer aboa me pa ma wura ho samadan me adigye tutu sisi yare no na asan ama me ahoɔden soronko me kire vitality and energy
we de udika usisi yare ne de ye kan de kese wutie
hi man ampa ba de me ho na me no kasa no da ho koi
me ko sisi a
se obi a wode de yo koi our pharmacies and herbal shops. Now, what do I? What friend number Zimubia 0244 186 612 and 0244 832286. Afe 0244 719230. A painful, a bad time, one more money for any quadra when you feel doing what train come home.
Angel Rock Mixture. Becca Samau. FDA. Ajay Jadi and Kratoyasu.
Patabare vimanya ku.
Wado asie. Obia wodi otiaro pa ani awia. Nanso adonu mra eye bibia. Ewo Asempa FM 94.7. Bibia jumadi fufra ye de Asempa FM Monday to Thursday 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Obadoma Bibia wo bisa traffic ne chia ye mechi bibia be doji afa anyom no so de be na eko training stories and Philistine na eso me sade so mesua ma ne mu menka chobia o e be ko konsa de ye mia just bibia jumadi wa Asempa FM so edishia me Monday to Thursday 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eye bibia
It's amazing how people you've never met can ruin your mood, make your day, break your heart, or become your favorite person. One nomination, one betrayal, one kiss, one eviction, and suddenly you've picked a side. Big Brother Naija is back with a brand new season. Take the spotlight. Watch every unforgettable twist of Big Brother Naija Season 11 on DSTV Channel 198 and GoTV Channel 149 24/7 with as little as 58 Ghana cedis.
Sema wudwa esinyina emu akese a wosa wuti biara Asempa yetia na wobetino Asempa yetia eye kasebo a ye de bro ewo Asempa FM enwe no nse empai mu 6:30 sharp ensema wudwa esisie ye hu ye ni nyina ye de bro Asempa yetia eye straight to the point essence Asempa yetia. Se ebano electrical appliances baby ba ko pe na obinya de papa na ne buof Franco smart TVs every 32 edicosi 100 inches air conditioners washing machines blenders microwaves kettle cooking stoves your Samsung with CCTV cameras any your crystal clear never phones any accessories abi you know that Franco number 1 Bura Franco shop be benwo nekwajo electrical appliances ya tete small first 0246-422-338 and 0555-939311 and www.francotrading.com ubetimi ako app store any play store no download the Franco app. Franco still phone papa is here. Missy Biba, and Y2K jam. Come on,
#1 radio station at 106.3 FM. Yeah, take you back to the days. What can you feel for 2000? Now play for Chinemo Barry, Sabella Bad, and your penny. Fifia because Batman. Quade, Bookback, Brafone Kenya. I can go on and on and on. Yes, celebrated those sounds and memories to Quest from Kosokra. I am Doma from Y2K Jam. My shower the dome. La Palm Royal Beach with dress code. A member show baggy jeans. Never oversized t-shirt. Sister man and swear. Munjamo crop top. Any high waist jeans. Papa B. Name of my record dancing shoes. Let's say. Bessa Tola. Surprises. Etikachi Obino no son cancho. Say, I don't know from Y2K Jam. Y2K Jam. No question. Kojak toothpaste and mouthwash. No one wants it. Felix Lease Equip Limited. Copia leasing. Renting and maintenance services. Show masters. The best indoors. My show. Y2K Jam.
Something big is coming. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026. Change is here. Get ready for the Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026. Your gateway to home ownership and exciting property opportunity. But first, don't miss our mini fair at the Achimota Mall, happening on Friday 21st to Sunday 23rd August 2026. Come and explore amazing offers, connect with industry experts, and take the step towards owning your dream home. For sponsorship and exhibition, call Selassie on 0233-233-444. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with Republic Bank. We are the one for you. And powered by Drive EVGH, drive into a sustainable future. Federal Security Africa, security for all. Aquaba Building Materials, your partner for stronger projects. Lesh Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury, perfection, one space at a time. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026. Home ownership, a lifetime investment. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair. Get a house, make it a home.
For Electroland Castle will be a showroom of Potemu. Na ye be ya sand the homeland and swaka home. Say and apart from some mobile near Tomu TVs, gas cookers, kettles, microwave ninia kikahon, mobile to Miss Tomu Namu Konya, plates, Nemon train ninia kikahunina, ewa your branch bakwa, your friend homeland. And it just a man what says, so what did your Electrolanda? Ye bet me from a what bed she at Chedia Kessie. I think so. You want NASCO selected promotion, yeah. So what about ye bet how about Quaka home? And waiting so Madina, Yashada Mamo special price. Oh, Fala Yatatin Yamani Sunina Mamu, Madina, yet don't want some baby. Kawana Bra Madina taxi rank, opposite Echo Bank. Mumro, Namubenya Samsung, TCL, Media, and in Nasco Papa. Nemukai say Homelanders who Electroland prices there. Fala, yeah, showing him. Electroland, Yaya Bakwa, a one name when Yama, Fernando Board Daffin.
Ayampo, say a quantum wisdom. Ye can you nim na one kubia na yell satism. And Oma Bebri, Nagana edition nemu won performance. The outia when beji, and it your rubber who.
Myxtro at all a year 20 inches. 3 days yet to be wait a year grow.
NNT, Tiabrochenko mo, Aqua Mankwa, Akuntejo, Edinburgh Asempa 94.7 FM so.
You remember that I say you are no woman on it. You almost see a kakra. You almost will who. Yes, we are here. In that transia. Near Kabum.
Remember Debia, a bonusia, a pemusea, a cosina watch, a change home, our approach, said the Yaku, any diabedrufi, the Yahu, near her, the ye, near the Abba, the Anyano, and you can say, yes, I just say, Abruchum on a dim, tintimpa.
Yabera no man who do I won't conform my soy, you bet me the Abua Ghana. I'm not funny to my paper. Or my impuntu, now have what a sign. Passport won't send some. Nina, yet a bro, and what Bruchum come to medium. Yabesa swam Wakwenya, no watch your wagon.
Robert David, make us a free Germany. Kobe, yeah, Amsterdam. Concept no what for our chief where woman and an animal, a chairman and no multitude, no crown, also program, no master project, no more.
Shannon, say a minute the beer, 6 p.m. Bogan near Abrochim Company.
Okay, I'll see you soon, why, baby? Hey, my Mr. Enra, my boyfriend, I could see about *959# when you phone so. Now we're winning.
Anita, I don't want doggy parko.
Oh, one swap.
I
Because yes, answer about number 1. I am arguing now. And then there was so yummy show papa bi. Na me de toss am short sexy dress no. Na me samiti. Na me yummy nails no so come on. Me fa uba. Make I do some small 1-2 rounds be answer me doing ho. Na we tria. Nana so he for order. So Chinese any wine papa bi. And they mean this I check no. Anita. Na sa ni mia when you TV bi no. I also say sound. No to prepared. Na me chilly AC mu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I want to know jina wa. Mr. Remember dial *959# Our iPhone na back to my on so. Na wan ga senya osika so ate.
Sister, next time Kati call no what? Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Down some.
Missy Biba. Hey, Y2K Jam. Come on. Who #1 radio station at 106.3 FM. Yeah, take you back to the days. What can you feel for 2000? Now you play for Jinamo Barry, Sabella Band, and your penny. If you feel because you Batman, Quade, Bookback, or Prof. Lord Kenya. I can go on and on and on. Yes, celebrated those songs and memories to Quest from Kosokra. I am Doma from Y2K Jam. My shower the dome. La Palm Royal Beach with dress code. Remember, show baggy jeans. Never oversized t-shirt. Sister man and swear. Munjamo crop top. Anyhow, waist jeans papa B. Name of my real dancing shoes. Let's say. Bessa Tola. Surprises be. And to catch up, you know, no song can't you. Say, I don't from Y2K Jam. Y2K Jam. No question. Kojak toothpaste and mouthwash. No one wants it. Felix Lease Equipment Limited. Copia leasing, renting and maintenance services. Show masters. The best indoors. My show. Y2K Jam.
Mafuya meya, you say hepatitis. Me to ase, me sremu. Asa why you be na ekiki me? Emuya meya.
Sciatica, any bone fracture no. You do Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Dr. Kosio Dua ya betrete.
Sciatica, entini, any bone fracture, no mpemu yare. Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Ebe show me one.
Entamukura. One man specialize wasa area ropa. Yare ba konso ne sayo mombre pa hepatitis B, stroke, diabetes, akumamu yare ahoro, typhoid, awo, dunsomu yare. Ni nyina Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Koko, what the abel from Fidie be show mu yie. Ansa na odo mu nduro na nanam no account. Accra or Kwabenya ACP Road. Was see Power Bus Stop wo ho a. Kumase or Feyase, one Josbro, filling station the dey hwenu mum. And atakra de so Anaji Estates, Customs Road. Ghana ha ba bi obia wo bia mfre 0244 54 44 22 and 0200 38 38 31.
Power Specialist Herbal Hospital.
Hepatitis B, ayaresa fi ankasa.
Batabare vimanya ku.
Wado asie. Obia wodi otiaro pa ani awia. Nanso aduru nmra. Eye bibia. Ewo Asempa FM 94.7. Bibia ejumadi fufra. Yedi Asempa FM Monday to Thursday 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Obadoma. Bibia wo bisa traffic netia. Ye make sure baby obedoji afa. Enyom no so. Dia de ben eko. Training stories and Philistine na. Eso me sad so. Mesia ma. Nemu menkancho bia o. Ebeko konsa dia yemia. Just bibia jumadi wa Asempa FM so. Edishia me Monday to Thursday 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eye bibia.
You're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life, supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Sema wudwa nyina emwa kese a wasa wuti biara Asempa yetia na wobetino Asempa yetia eye kasebo a ye de bro ewo Asempa FM enwme no nsia empai mu 6:30 sharp ensema wudwa esisie ye wuye ni nyina ye de bro Asempa yetia eye straight to the point essence Asempa yetia
Something big is coming. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026. Change is here. Get ready for the Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026. Your gateway to home ownership and exciting property opportunity. But first, don't miss our mini fair at the Achimota Mall, happening on Friday 21st to Sunday 23rd August 2026. Come and explore amazing offers, connect with industry experts, and take the step towards owning your dream home. For sponsorship and exhibition, call Selassie on 0233-233-444. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with Republic Bank. We are the one for you, and sponsored by MTN. Everywhere you go. Doormaster, the best indoors. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako, Services Bibre. Western Village, where dreams meet reality. See Techie Ghana Limited, keeping Ghana powered day and night. Saint Gobain GH, making the world a better home. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough. Interplast, we make sure water reaches you, even space. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair 2026, home ownership and lifetime investment. The Republic Bank Joy News Habitat Fair. Get a house, make it a home.
I'm the best in the world. I got my power, I got experience, I got.
Yada uti nkonya so enche na yen special guest atenase yede nkomano ede behihye susesia na nsana no ye kwaje the super latest ewa mano ni sesia na Kompu Ghana back to school no odi aba yeah looking ready for school is one of the things and being ready is another. Enti enei se wan krado se enioma bekoye na wako school a uhia entade afofro empabo afofro wori ase de efepa na uhia ana say ebia our laptop no are you ready for an assignment or power bank na say the city ni nada anopa me kamfo e de a chiro say Kompu Ghana akofa bi dia ba we Kompu Ghana back to school season na abaye papa until we student get fully prepared for the new academic year. Kompu Ghana was it say open a year laptop, tablet, smartphones, printers, routers, and a year headphones, power bank, small fridges, and many more. But it comes with an exciting discount up to 40% starting from the 20th of September. Get ready. We are students. It's your time to level up. Kompu Ghana we are Kompu Ghana back to school season. New school, new level. And whatever. So walk boldly into any Kompu Ghana showroom or visit us at kompugana.com to level up. And to Kompu Ghana didn't come away at the Abijay. And pay what try the friend 0302 752 020. And I say try and WhatsApp. That was 0243 143 143 for inquiry. Charlie, you for level up. Kompu Ghana, passion for technology. I don't pay okay. Yeah, come on it. Eric Esia Dubu D.
Zoom.
Mr. Mache.
Yeah, obia de.
Na ekoye.
Nyamiatom. Tekramada bojo mo JT mo fusani de. Ye da obo ade na se papa the next watch. Yeah, na nye ahode bi. Enye nyansa na atom. Tie da obo ade na se papa na ye se no se ne ensam no so esi okay. It's another show. Any idea? Poke crap. Any idea? And then so Martha birthday. Adreso Health Center Koforidia. And it's Martha birthday. Adreso. And yeah, Adreso Pajo. Adreso.
Hey, yo, Adreso.
Yeah. And don't be confused, okay? Adreso Health Center Koforidia. Yes, address. Yeah. Now, how do you agro?
Debbie, address crowd me share that in Niagara Casinco.
Oh, say just the outcome.
And I make us a Niagara cause, and a bit to make more.
And yes, from where?
And I make us a Niagara corner.
Oh, Niagara corner is a whole fine.
Mate.
Okay. I tell you, dear by them, but I'm sure I'm me bo quick kama kakra ne ade na me ehu se ne etie Joe farmer me ne the man is here, yes. What touch it down, and of course, I didn't bow. Akwala obe wouldn't share Roman father bottom club. A jebo. Rodri has touched down. That dream move to Barcelona is going to happen. Now 30 years in the chairman was said the can hand to mouth from the Obama Bassa Biet Makwete medical strong come back also and we'll do airport to Wakasai. Say was our baby do look at it. I use a simple power really t-shirt to be was casus fashion tadi be a job and by t-shirt yes that way they say where dear budding get just a t-shirt white and one way and one in a foot what touch it down our airport to question a bit Mako Pratt airport or the 7 to be so very happy so what touch it down and we're ready more second be so the days at Barcelona and him a bit to me Akoye was the playing for Barca is a dream come true players dear boy it's a head a bit no touch it down no yeah be the questions watch them say we are going for the Champions League once a Barca on the Champions League di biache eti the Rodri carry say one oba no obeboa ma Barca san go back to the Champions League summit entene dia aba na one fans ho wo say ade bi ho na Nigeria esese players di bi ho motena say unse se wo ba e bia Asempa FM as a new worker e bia ade bi wo open but it depends on how much superstar you are. And I did what be a Myxtro with Jam with the man say so much. I did boy a Myxtro dia. It will Jam any years old and what about the idea be so much. It's in number and I think it's in number 16 Jason or say I am a favorite. Okay. It's a 16 no. You just want the female Lopez 16 years in Famano. Yes, superstar about the female Lopez who are you? Who is your father? That is just 16 years in Famano. What will be our new worker ever as a perfect or back as a jet woman? Maybe the same. I think one thing about me as I say, but be a pack your car. Was a unique place a pack your car. That would be arguing mass. On Kwan a pack your home. It is said, yeah, be near BIS, a bear and wider. All the check up, all two be able, but the whole do be a home. Capac will be 2 amount for casting in answer. 3 million. Azana, try to be 8 million, of course, and then the Abati, yeah, best and a side to the best the early, you know, bid no 50 million, Kiki second and for now, and number 64.5 million pounds. And you're bad. You best say the best yako. Majo Oko Pimo Chelsea. Chelsea ownership, no? Yeah. Clearly, for no, 61.5%. Okay. Clearly Capital, 61.5%. And your majority stake. And Todd Bolly and Walter Hans of Von Romo, 12.8%. Okay. Now, Todd Bolly at Tennessee, Myxtro say, Charlie, Bema baby, I'm meaning now. But so what did they stick in some clearly for no moji. Even though one in a consult of no minority stake, no money, your dear mom was a chairman. And not just a clearly for no one more any say be our club. They have a say in the club. But Thomas say to ball any more edge. But they can't to ball in the consult for so much break. You know, my brother say, Bedat Ekbali, and then you say, Feliciano, one more Nakrelek, no Mudi anymore, and I'm told Bolly so Nechidom, Yedman, but told Bolly say, but send a club, they see Corner, the other match was boy, enough for more. Enough for so what any business, Akati, 12.5 5 no Hena Quambias were Gem Nebi Biaso, at me Akoye. To bear 4 years ago on Beji, 2.5 billion pounds deal, and an AD, if you are ready on some so airba. Now that this boy Beji did the World Cup, and I said, friend, are you Bwedi? Are you Bwedi? Small boy, Bwedi, no? Myxtro, now, Real Madrid in Tempo, but they can't call them as a Madrid will be and shut down Mamma Cahobium. It's in Pastor Ebony. Now, no, your ball. Man City manager Maresca voice catch them say also on new business no. They know what they want. It's the Ebony say and San transfer when you betu no. Na the Moroccan international. Osina Kanima Lee no. Waba Myxtro boy ni bobo. Yes. Personal terms the money small boy every okay. 5-year contract on Sandia Man City. 100 million euros.
5 years CDS can cost
100 million.
5 years CDS ko.
Akola kete we.
5 years old, don't forget.
100 million send board you. And the place they say Akola no 18 years pe no. boy enti patro the free oba no city ese kwamia so akwara be ba ne ade wonu say Elliot Anderson be do mo ton 135 eti omo hwe say the Moroccan international so ba be kan ho na bibia so atemi akoye na Myxtro ya kan say wonu say Turkey for no so tension him do ma ya wide pa o Turkey for na ya wide pa ama de na ba ne say afedi e mo se ase atede wo mo pa Bruno Fernandes so be kan Galatasaray for na say de jai ai and man you say hey beware of dogs oh beware of dogs. This is a no-go area. All the danger about Brighton, no some captain, no, but not for sale. It's Omunya and Common Quad moment. Think of what Galatasaray for small mono. Yasand or bag as well as no amount of money between Yama, Aquia Konya Dia. Myxtro Coventry City for sale no some way here, Yamaka Crow. What's a koi? Caleb nano ya assist cray. Once Wakoko can Asante home and I went about once I go far. I Taiwo Awuni Aba. When you know Snakan Rodnan Forest. Omajidi saw Bob Mabuapa 103 appearances in all competitions after saw Bob first was 23 goals, already 29 years, or Nigerian international until you to say last season they went to me. I'm mobile and from Forest all paper before Frakwa Coventry for Akofana. Myxtro say, oh, but say league him for Frosa. Yeah, certain experienced players. Or more ball league be paying.
Of course.
More batch. That's how the championship for no. Baby boy, was so but Myxtro, we are meant to believe that I see also a power. That's your thing, yeah. The cow buys a second to me, bo. If you coaching, so maybe see players so. Even coach go, obey my book more down. Oh, body say ya. Oh, what the match is penny a bit more.
That's how when I beg you for knowing this why you who are you?
Hey, Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa is not fit, and so the Kakakono. Aston Villa hwese kon bia so mbefa ada goalkeeper sababe bona bi bia timako ye ntia brand friend Suzuki Zion. Yes, Aston Villa for person ko faneba. Zion yes in chief Ghana o. Suzuki I in chief Ghana ne dia. Etim patro Aston Villa ko fanaba. Na Aston Villa ko yes happen Juventus say hey, and na ko ba side Juventus akasa no already no. Woni Tottenham akasa dada form goalkeeper no. Na almost say Emi Martinez on person try. There's no harm in trying. Who says Suzuki badia. Niggas Aston Villa yanya options. Emi plan yan confirm him. Emi ni so or Vim pass or Aston Villa. World Cup winning goalkeeper. Aston Villa
maybe waiting for the right time.
Right, I waiting for the right time. Okay. I said we now here MFS ani adia o. Myxtro meko.
Yes.
Na Madugu no the Super Falcons no call AFCON no. Yes, Justin Madugu Super Falcons say omre ne besi ha ya chia no. Wayade. Bema be bi am ye ni na. Na no de omje AFCON no. But AFCON e koye modern bo mko boy ye die. E se na nya papa bia etukwan bia so omde ne si ha chia na pe. De na no oje ye kro to fa so eko. Tira na Kim Larsen komo na mu no. Yeah. Now, last situation is different.
Different cry.
Hey, you know, winning last year, ya pamo wa uko tede awa Korea bano embamo.
Go.
So now, okay. Yeah. So, and then the aba na mebo quickly. Na kwa bia so yako. You say Mourinho, Myxtro. The best coach in the world. Coaching the best club in the world.
That was him.
Myxtro was say he's done. Na sane all shit him say every position biano. Myxtro 2 3. Coming to Real Madrid no is to break dominant. Was a league in Angasa Madrid the league general some way. So now he wants to do the back to back. Who team Papa come for? United money and the others want to was team Papa no wants to make caro. It is patro season bed Myxtro. And yes I'm to make a chono. No Diamande no. I friendly match anymore. Oh bucket if no Buddha Maris. Oh team Papa dia uka wants come on. Eti yebe ha oni ma besi akori ade Myxtro mejama etase a guest atana sedada no ato aso ya na nankasa kakejwa na ho Eric Asiedu Buari over to you
Mamina Sipa the foreign minister Adebusia for Martinenka live was Asempa 94.7 down eti enkonya so super latest nyina na ode abre on the Tuesday's edition of the Ultimate Sports Show yedi kan catch that say ene yene mpenimfo atochuru bedi nkomo nyina the MTN Elite Under 19 Championship baso na ebia na woni hyede eni akire say o follow pa na fe ehun se de enhye nyina na ebesia enti empenimfo atena se special guest atena se no pay ya ne omo ebenya enkomo twetwe ekakra Honorable Eric Edem Agbana MP K2 North no and the chairman of the committee and as a chairman of the MTN Elite Under 19 Championship Committee on the da and was also a president of a Hukunu FC. What he has a Nukunu FC. Hey, Obeche Yaseo Enche Enafi. One also attracts. Honorable, a very good morning to you. What Pumbokore?
Nyamiadum, Maminchia, it's you for Nina no per way. No more Mutia was Asempa 94.7.
Fantastic.
Na Mamenka, I think it's on authority no most sports program, one of the most listened to across the world.
Thank you.
Yadamwasi said, Mama, time to talk a little about the MTN Elite U19 Championship. I best started second edition. I best started from 24th August to 4th September.
Okay.
Pram.
Okay, we'll come back to that. So for that endorsement. Enoch Jare, Ado, vice chairman of the MTN Elite Under 19 Championship. Enoch, a very good morning. Bibi Abokori.
Myxtro, good morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, papa.
Uya baby Danra.
Good morning to your listeners and your colleagues. I think, sir, like what Chairman said, we once again say thank you to you because last year on our maiden edition, on mine such a huge platform.
Yeah.
Boa program ni Myxtro, once again thank you and thank you to Asempa FM, to the Sky, to all the team. Thank you so much. I think, sir, with this opportunity we said this year, so we'll do well. So
and housekeeping.
Hey.
Times Square or Florida or Donald Trump meeting. On
mini baby that. Then I'm up on me.
Oh, very important personality. My
a very long time with chairman,
of course,
and Tim Pato Mammy knew 2 minutes in front of me, the chairman and Shedan. I could to Mammy Shas in free hormone, former communication director, Mediama, right?
Yes.
Nah, they said one more ties, no. I break you cry.
You know, Mediama is always a family.
But I know, and Willie Graham, Waunia.
Yes.
The communication director of the club now.
Yes.
Or share some committees be with me.
Yes.
Woman, crochet. The champion,
of course,
but make sure you know who do. Just know my breaking.
Oh, David, who say? Who say? Mediama is a family. Takwa has been a home, MMA for so many years, and I was a clubber. Why a part of literally at your very prime times in Ghana. So many years I've worked at the club. Mediama is a system, no. The com system has been set up already. It's Minuya Graham by were fitting perfectly. Now or boy Juma, but of course, a crack team of young, talented boys are men are determined say project club. So Akwesi Free has been phenomenal. I mean, social media DMs will be able to and I feel very proud of the young man that I picked. And a poster boy at the club, James Bauer, Nane Fasari, and the team, Bismarck Karikari, they have a very strong communication team. These are my colleagues and friends and brothers. Our Moyed May part. Many agree, I'm so quiet, you know. Many didn't come on, be brave. You didn't come on, Casa.
Okay.
You didn't come on the club, you didn't come on prospect, you didn't come on ideas, you know, and urban homoding, also fit in perfectly, or the Brassier. Any asutie or the Juma. So Mediama is I think they are doing well. In terms of branding, in terms of appeal, in terms of how people are interested in seeing how a professional club to look like, I think Mediama is a right model now. I mean, it's without any ambitions or doubt. It's a real model for most of our clubs.
And I'm sure this campaign
yes. I mean, the TP Mazembe, very difficult match, but of course, Mazembe is not the Mazembe we know over the years.
Before
the fact started Ghana club prelims, should speak volume of maybe how their level about so it's we know African 5 times, very formidable team, but a team our history, our pedigree, our track record in Africa there. So we are be careful. May joy and for the first time Mr. Moses Ama together of course with the GFA, all other stakeholders has ensured say Takwa Ebehu African football for the first time, and that for me is immense. For me is great. Say the good people of Takwa for the first time in the 2014 year ball second D, 2016 the same place, and then 2023 year ball Kumasi. But for the first time, the good people of Takwa. Ebehu TP Mazembe in Takwa, Umbehu Club African in Takwa potentially, and Moliba, whichever team that they are going to play with, and that for me is important because what is going to happen is a best package. It's going to serve as a massive economic invigorator for the people because Mazembe is a big deal. Hotels Juma Beba on all front and on all facets. So it's a good time, and I say me book club and Abaso Mebo, FA Abaso Mebo, all the relevant stakeholders are. I'm sure say the team will play it. Africa Interclub competition in the beautiful TNA Stadium. It's a good time for the club.
Very well.
I think some Cote d'Ivoire. They are coming today. I'm told.
Impressive,
pre-season. This year league,
I got to my dad say now, Minia Prince Ali Musaki was with all these big English. Akoto couldn't stop the FA from sacking you from America. Hey, Akoto and big English. And Minia Prince Ali Musaki.
Let me put you on record. Obia Saki.
David, and put you on Oka.
But me say already much Ebusia.
I remember chairman ho. Now the chairman NBA. Chairman, once again, me ask for your time. Me and me proud that na wa odo ho abetum kama nti ye de nyame ase se waba the maiden edition no it is saying how did it go for you maiden edition no?
Well Myxtro maiden edition na no last year 2025 na very, very successful. It was also a very good learning opportunity individually, I mean as an individual met to me I can say it was my first time me engaging directly with such a competition at that level. But my menda me committing because even in the midst of all my travels and me very busy engagements the committee was in place. So I mean for this opportunity I mean that all members of the committee, the U19 championship committee, especially my vice chairman they be or step in Enoch to me step in anytime. I mean, I said last year all your plannings, but a bedroom for some few days before tournament starting. I had to travel outside Russia, any South Africa, Botswana. In all of that, we the committee still worked effectively. It wasn't about an individual. Juma as a team, and Juma year. First edition was very, very successful, despite a few challenges. Especially the fact that the timing and that time I have as a committee to plan the competition. They a bit short. Short period. And around the same time also. Short, but at the end of the day, all the teams, all the regions, they prepared within that short period. And now mobile. Because don't forget, sir, 2025 season, there were some major activities. Yes. Qualifiers for World Cup qualifiers in between, but at the same time, the competition was still very, very successful. Now, we've seen some success stories. many of the players are almost participating here in the tournament. And then some have traveled outside the country.
Okay.
Some have progressed from Division 2 to Division 1 and Premier League clubs. Meaning say, Akoto will give us all the details of those players. But it was a very, very successful program and our event they organized here thanks to the GFA for support any sponsors MTN.
And I know that the maiden one Eastern region
Eastern region emerged as the champions. But even before that, all the regional chairmen, there were various levels of elite championships under the current GFA organizing. There were U15 boys and girls. There were U17 boys and girls. Then there were U19. The regional chairmen, they were involved in all of this. According to all of them, the U19 championship was the most effectively organized.
Wow.
They were very impressed. My feedback, because events they will organize here, you always get a feedback send over to me improve it. It's said this second edition even more successful than the first one. But the first one was very, very successful.
And we're comprising of the 10 regions.
10 football regions. So this is
16 regions.
There were 16 regions,
but 10
politically.
Regions.
But football, there were 10 regions. And after the division and the creation of new regions, I am 30 the football regions.
Okay.
Division B. Division B. Into Western region. That's your Western region, including Western North. Uko Volta. That's your Volta region, Volta Uti, and yet. OT is not different from Volta. And there were 10 football regions. And with the 10 football regions, this championship is targeted at Division 2 clubs. And here first thing I say, Division 2 clubs. And players within a certain age bracket. Made in addition, now players in the 2008 and 2009. 2008 and 2007. But Siciano players within 2008 and 2009.
Okay.
These are the year your friend is age brackets they use it for the competition. And these players some are registered in the system of a Division 2 club in the region. Into Ubeboama Greater Accra, you must be attached to a Division 2 club in Greater Accra.
Okay.
With details will be confirmed say those age brackets you qualify to play. So I targeted that. And for many of the teams now who participate here, many of the players now who buy, many of them the very first time Omunya die exposure. And these were brilliant talents. Division 2, they win him. Hundreds of Division 2 clubs are dotted across the country. But for you to have the quality to represent your region, it means you have something special in you. And it was the first time for many of the players to even play one on such a beautiful pitch, to have matches covered live on TV, to have scouts, national team coaches watch these players play. It was a beautiful experience for many of the teams. It's a competition. Mestre say we have to do everything possible. Say protect it because one of the competitions about the springboard national teams. They discover a lot of talent, beautiful talents but for this elite U19 championship, they would have been hidden in their communities or mobile Division 2 clubs.
Another critical question would be like, say, tournament, how do you monitor the progress and transition of these young under 19 players? Because obviously you should have a target while you are playing the championship. How is the monitoring system of these championship players?
Monitoring, you better be divided into two ways. First one, the opportunities are GFA. Nankasa Edima boys throughout the competition now you were U20 coaches, technical director of the GFA, any the other junior teams, coaches, the technical directors, management members, they were present throughout the competition.
Watching all the games.
Fantastic. And I'm watching boys omo running technical analysis of boys ni nyina omo performance. Because the likes of even former Black Queens skipper.
Yes.
Yes. Now omo nyina they were taking for every game no omo running analysis of the players, omo performance, omo strengths, and omo weaknesses. Beyond that, no, a opportunity to get these boys for the junior national teams nankasa any other scout, private scout or mobile. Akotobema or details of other players are almost progressing here, even beyond the shores of Ghana.
Wow.
And that competition was very instrumental because a almost our platform.
Very well.
And then who marketing player, one of the key things say we have videos of the player playing in competitive games.
Yeah.
They provided all of those assets and my boys to monitor them after the competition from the GFA's angle.
Okay.
Sisi ano your plan any GFA president Ora Ketu Kreku ye discuss say beyond the competition you're finding how the best players are selected from this elite championship. Automatically we be feed you into the U19 national team as a beginning. Now this will expose the players to international football.
Yeah.
Now I know every man with the platform they can progress in their career.
Fantastic. Honorable, but Mami Misao, the maiden edition on number of players be graduation to this under 20 squad. Now you because by
no, because say Ora Masekonedu na owo.
No, okay.
But one thing about national team portfolios ni say and only the national under 19 competition in Kwan. And you pick players from a pool from.
I get it, yeah.
You as a committee for my chairman or my vice wadi, you can players and be brave. About the under 20 national team because that should be a natural progression to the under 20. You would say yes, or Fabi, audit team trainee at the end of the day, or in the selection for the waffle. So what you say?
Yeah.
It's but this particular year as well, no, so November, the president show say, you to mean your competition that we have to have because today, we share one of the highlights of last year in competition here, a brand here, I friend Gideon Otabel.
Okay.
So when we say Porto for sign, I'll call FC Porto, and Unim say Porto a very, very big club in Portugal. You see Sani, also bought Greater Accra. He was the MVP. He was the top scorer. It's also on his way out of the country. A lot of other players also other Premier League clubs within this country. The whole idea is to ensure say these players no because unter Division 2 no almost any a structured platform. To me identify these players who fall within the age bracket of under 19. Now almost to me select you because Ghana no be say you a wide pool of talent of players.
Yeah.
And Tennessee be right from where the Power to the Youth Initiative, Urake to Kreku, and the Executive Council, the whole idea is investing in the youth. It's the reason why, for instance, MTN will put in money to support the elite under 19 championship because the future of our football in Ghana, the youth, right from under 13, 15, 17, you were 18, you were 19, you were 20, and of course 23. And some of could do the Black Stars now. So all these ones are players. You would say this year, the technical team for the best BU. Of course, Master do prepare for the AFCON in Ghana.
Yeah.
Who's going to be under 20 AFCON.
I know.
You would say Oba Ubenya a number of talents from this competition. Ebinum will be good enough to represent our country. To ensure say be host and win. But of course, so far the last season was great.
Okay.
And then this season we expect a better greater.
Come on. Patrick Akoto and Ebusia for more attending Caneli Amote Honorable Eric Edem Agbana and Son Kano AMP K2 North or no Harama. My member a vice chairman Honamene Enokonso Eninkomo. Enoch, my next question to you will be say meaning say development way na ekate across not only for boys, gender democratization. And then I say champions you focus on a man doors a man doors near jai a man in the near future. I don't know whether more a man under 19 so can more committee no nama overseas bibia be kama.
That's right. I think sir technically, if you look at the FA or U15 girls and boys, U17 girls and boys.
Yeah.
Now this U19 is a novelty that just started, and it's basically focused on Division 2 teams in the regions. Yes, and you see that we don't play Division 2 teams for the girls. So we are also looking at this probably going forward. If there's be a competition for the women in the regional level, then we can consider that. But as it stands now, because we are limiting it to Division 2 clubs within regions to give them the exposure, as we are all saying, we want to focus more on the boys.
Okay.
I think so. Let me add this. Hopefully this year, Greater Accra, we are going to play Division U19 League for Division 1 teams and Premier teams. So what is going to happen is that each Premier team in Greater Accra, they are starting as a model, as where we are starting from. Each Premier team is going to have a U19 team.
Okay.
And then each Division 1 club is going to have a U19 team. And then they will be playing.
Wow.
And that one's going to be within our jurisdiction, so that we also select them from there.
That will start from the Greater Accra.
Greater Accra as a test case from here. Then before we roll it to the other regions.
Wow.
So what I think that basically, if you look at the mindset of the president of the FNS now, we want to prepare the U19 to be stronger. Myxtro, the issue is that when you go to European teams, they don't really play U20.
Mama, Joy wa ha na mo am the from ban.
Let's try that. They don't really. I'm more U19. I'm more U20. That's why most of European teams in competition, when you go to U20, they do well because they play U19.
Yeah, capture.
I'm boy U19 now. Yeah, selected the best. So you have 1 year to prepare themselves. At least, never so now be for U20. The boys will be ready. And I'm saying only idea to see a model. Near the Myxtro, so the will have a good players across all the levels. On the competition wins, so the boy, to me, access to everybody because you could imagine say. Obifi upper west to move baby baby not background not to television so my friend say you share what television these are some of the exposures yeah the man kwala and so what transiting from ho economy enye din bebre and say bon pies na me be ya dom na efe na nya resource say the MTN na so imu on be so mo na afa yetumi and net more talent because what transfer we had the bebre Myxtro dey say U20 years of fun say yeah U17 no have problem. We had any year U17 acquire nyade.
Yeah.
Okay. Then from 17 to 23 years gap, what happens?
Yeah.
And so when you U19 now, you see a boy, you're about 17-year-old and 18 years old. You're 4 movie enough to prepare man. Before somebody ready for U20 tournament, then you have a good squad. Some more on your 5, so that's what we are looking at now.
Very well. But Chairman, within the regions, how are you ensuring that the RFAs will submit the rightful, maybe age category boys are more talent, on proper talent scouting and on best submitted for their regions, and also more oversight responsibility on the regions. And as a model, Jamo Mano my Biadiaba.
Well, see our Division 2 team anywhere in this country, our players in our FIFA Connect system. And with the FIFA Connect, right on my phone, to me I check it's a player now Odibano, the age, the date of birth, the BBR, the Ghana card details in our account. They say you can't even register any player as a Division 2 club without that player the Ghana card details. First, and in the past, to me use a health insurance card needs and your man, but birth certificate by idea Ghana card. Very important, and all the teams also serve as a check on themselves because competition every region. But say last year, where all the regional chairmen so no team and no region best submit players Omu name said those players will not qualify and that could affect the team. They did very well. My enda regional executives say all the RFA chairmen, despite the challenges, Omu cooperate, Omu support the maiden edition year, and they've started demonstrating a lot of support for your second edition. But in terms of player selection, as a committee, we don't have such oversight responsibilities. Would the player no bar? You a team I ever check players no details to ensure that your IT department Maxwell Munina Eboa. So at the end of the day, we ensure that every player that will be representing a region or are qualified to do so. But how they select their players there, region be any strategy. Meaning regions be more organizing competition. Justify. Justify for to select more players. Miami region Volta say competition be over the weekend. Almost selected, almost shortlisted about 35 players starting from yesterday, no now reporting in whole further selection to submit
for the final squad
20-man squad. It's region be any strategy select players. But at the end of the day, I can assure you that this second edition be even more competitive than the first one.
The final one, as I'm the other colleagues, so yeah. MTN after supporting you in the maiden edition, second edition, almost I support you. What then catch more in terms of mileage and the agreement, how much is involved in the sponsorship of this championship?
Well,
the maiden ones,
the amount, amounts need here. I cannot put it out. The reason is that MTN sponsorship and exclusively for the elite U19. It's we cannot determine say yes and I say yes. A whole package to FA for different programs, national teams, Black Queen, package now with the GFA for national teams. And as part of leverage, I also the man as FA no, including say your be brandy your U19 elite championship no after your event or with your brand. It's not be away to me determine say empty am I one seed you can quantify
any resources BMP and EBA
and because a package for various activities.
I get your point. But how much do you get? How much is in your package?
You cannot have that at the moment. The reason is that a package for the entire FA, and you know that MTN almost sponsorship it was put out publicly. These are public figures.
I get it.
But for what we are organizing until the competition is over, you will say we need expenses. To me who say this is the total amount.
And to win
recently. I was part of the meeting with MTN. I can tell you for a fact MTN is very impressed with the U19 championship.
Okay.
Omukache say beyond Bibiano, Omuye very happy said they want to be identified with talent rising. Who can say MTN? One of their philosophies. Who can say in the past they were doing something on MTN Sports Academy. Similar modeler. Use it to unearth talent. And Omo are very happy to be associated with the elite U19 championship.
Okay. Benjamin, winners of the championship are saying a woman and before Mbebano be the prepare be a more of regions no some CKB TNT.
Okay, so this is a full package. What we do is that, like Chairman said, we their budget, comma FA through General Secretary, then they no mama approval. So they will give you transportation. Region be a baby a fee ban transportation. Well, it depends on region. So we'll be on free. Be free vote and
issue. Yes, but MTN FA Cup. I'm asking all this because MTN FA Cup, they are able to tell us how much goes into every club in preparation. Maybe a few 1,000, maybe 2,000. These are normal.
This with a generic. You go find say, or if it's a Maleba, well, African post, but Munyape.
Titamalibinya saying,
General Secretary approval. It's almost standard way of Majuma wife. Yeah, committee members. And they propose that they are called genius. The genius will say, let's go this way. Obaso Ebe House, 20-man squad, plus 7 officials for a number of days. I think 10 days a video and every amount 3 times a meal accommodation.
Wow. Everything is sorted.
What the
accommodation
3 times BBR. Obestra more accommodation. Then awards like individual best players near the match. Team never winning so but the medals and the cup. As I now last year they make a proposal of a particular figure. But I signed the figures not so. The train approval. This year I say me RF for no more yard then I can be being to me and I'm very sensitive. I'm very committed to the work. And the person because we need Albania 10. Maybe Esquire review say 5 na kofa issue about. Nyame boa na enya approval na we announce to them say we are winning first, second, third. You will get this one. I think that's arrangement so far.
I got to mean say the U19 they are not catch them young for an official.
Yes.
This time around and
who say
fantastic.
Yes, we catch them young policy. I think it's one of the more resounding policies President Okreko and his executive council a lot of sika akumuye pa in some 2 years some years back na hum be say yebenya young hungry determined players young men omo opepa say omo ye referees enye say bia you benya gom kotoko na be but say omo passion for refereeing. Now I started catch them young refereeing policy in the last few years say most of these young boys now and the girls now back on almost show a lot of promise. Omwana ombe officiating the elite under 19 championship. Indeed, ebinum kwam etimi officiating the Division 1 league. Yes,
Premier Division.
So that the young boy from above so this catch them young boys say they will make mistakes, but mistakes and they correct so now because the penny for refereeing official for correct so the whole idea is in the next few years and they see it mean competent referees are koka na yet and now watching we see watching the other we see so better so that the because you know see we now referee at the center of conversation. I don't think it makes sense. Born we are say conversation here about one say ko unya chance say ko sha one say about the team, 2 teams in the park and so should be the focus of conversation. It should not be say yabobo we na referee kwaku being Myxtro and I na ono why center of conversation because referee need there we man say obeba now by interpreting and run FIFA there ba na keke we man no nya bibia that is your only job who need you know say we interest in who win another say assume say be win and not be win we man say and run ni ba na be chechire mu park so finish we win bia we win ni yakoye so you know that is a way you be making sure say because you reckon referee for where they are ebinum be call retirement ebinum are on the verge of retiring, even on the way of retiring, changes beba and you'll be also with me, if you're making mark and any idea. These are very mushrooming, promising young boys and girls. Our person of officiating, refereeing as a career. Was a baby career. FIFA referees near they are really earning enough. Good money near the you know catch them young for nana on handle competitions. But one thing person can say. Yes, trophies ni sikani ade ehia, but at the youth level no, you try as much as possible. Say, the ultimate goal no is about talent identification. That is really the point. You know, so we were 17, 16 now. Now about tournament there are other school of thought who believe say no say this sika. It's just a place. And then we say we born at 16, born at 15. Of course, you know sika sana or represent your man and the whole idea is say except talent identification and only the bottom line of this event say the near selected players are obetumi abo man because say to me ko okono ewo international level na ye kodin kunim na Ghana fo anije because obi ani say be tournament na nko yi na yen na ye boy yam de bia yam no kwa say yam boy yam mama you know the whole idea is say you better identify talent, we nurture them, giving them a platform to exhibit it from there and notable oh na obo or the poster boy for Bono Ahafo. And no opportunity and no call FC Porto. Or call under 19. After 1 year or born homodia, when you deal the career no life, the bush for so that is how I go so I come my street. It's
honorable me no wrap up na fi ya jam kwan on this discussion. So you see date so and whether open to the public times ben e bebo games no and afi social media platform amuyi games no ma obi a wenti amantini e no mo betimi attach on that too for us afi
Myxtro games they open to the public ball games nyina the Ghana Man Soccer Center of Excellence pram it's open to the public started the very first games of the day at 8 a.m. And all the games live on Max TV. Any GFA
platforms. Oh, that me high home crowd,
Mumra. Football.
Asempa different color to the event. Invite all the other sports presenters. It's open to the public, and I encourage say more on social media. Try as much as possible. Say. Alpha or Fobe can share the link.
Oh no,
share the link because if you say the eyeballs no doors. So now the social friend is leverage now these young talents no go very very far. That will be as invite you to the tournament. Starting officially on the 24th of this month. Monday. Yes. Next week Monday.
It's a Congress Basso.
20th Congress Basso.
Yeah, wada. Ujinem.
Congress.
Ujinem. Obi Ujinem. O say Ujinem ana. Myxtro Ujinem. Basa Ujinem. Ghana for it Ujinem.
Congress.
Ujinem.
Sama pam media.
Obi am.
Pam na. Every committee abo mun nyina mpanifo yeso mu committee so mun kan.
Oh, yeah, look.
Wow, let me be. I'm not going to final words na nyam ko, but I must admit the maiden one maybe Shwebi.
Yeah.
It was superb.
Yeah.
In fact, boys be na minimum kumase. O me baba ko anom ne bo team ho ye ba ho be Shwebi and me whom the way they are graduating and I feel say they also encourage pa. Nti ye beba scout no so beba abepe Emranti ni bi na fi bibia kama. Ejare part ma minti final.
That's be like I said. That new team I said my last year no. And then also I'll say thank you to the RFA chairman on team. Say omo ya de omo cooperate ye pa.
Regency do move games in their group.
And I said na koteka no. We are referees and officiating now. This is one of the football is my full-time job. But competition will be loose. Won't tell me be okay. Cut them your almost a VR. They are very, very, very much on top of their job. Yes,
Champions
League. They are doing so well. They are doing so. And they are fair officiating. And the rules no so Juma. The screening will be a come. I think it's a cooperation from RFA, no staff at GFA, and the staff at Ghana Man Soccer Center. And we hope say this time you be and your promises say. Be higher than what we did last year. We are so much sure of that because I see it's me calling him one step ahead. So the chairman can through his intro no. Sisia no any FA president in ESCO no candidate said this is our second edition. Now Myxtro ebesan ba ha biem nyame ya dominating come. All of us will see the real fruits of our job because that could tell body no. You want boys by 4 or 5 us are now they on the radar almost to coin. But they perceive who say I call higher than what we are doing. Say by next year you will organize the 3rd edition. I say about will come with the tall list of the players who have graduated or come out of these products. I want to make an impact.
Martin.
And that's
yes, so yeah, that's it. Honorable, with 30 seconds for me chat to be an last year before MTN and I say and Penifobia.
Myxtro, no, I am an money, no, or your top footballer. No, me catch it. No, or your top, which are booking 5 professor, a professional player. About one university games, the different Myxtro, no. He didn't know you're a Myxtro, no. But only Mr. is a minute.
Obi send me message bi. Me say me misa wo and na say me ma sorry na ka me misa wo.
Any time after
me Obi send
minimum after minimum.
Baba, me misa na wo and na say me man
after
My question is akoto be just auto question.
The question abasa say nansen a honorable bar a game no sha say o Lagos City sa be bia wadri say sports ministry ben ho pa ben ho am go say ben ho pa na say say enya beto na so obesom
Honorable Kofi Adams oya sports minister me football there before politics ni na me football and I'll continue to do football obi anem say
reshuffling na kwaso itira me bisa
and me free parliament the only idea may football and I may no because
and
of
you want to serve
any football there it has been my passion for and our sports has always been the passion. But me are focused on Ejuma May as a member of parliament and many other things including the U19 championship I organize it. Yeah, keep it focused on that.
Party the only obi on sports musa na reshuffling back. Yeah, na do ko.
Myxtro.
My hand GF for especially a president and general secretary for the supporter Omodima committee no and I'm under MTN any regional football association for any other committee members. You invite you to the second edition. Na be very competitive. Your name said beyond this no we'll be producing world class players representing Ghana. For a while Omuka say your national teams we are not doing well. Your name say starting from the grassroots level say no change that narrative into support here. They make it the U19 LA championship. It's very successful.
May I say Honorable Eric Edem Agbana MP K2 North, the chairman MTN Elite Under 19 championship in Ateninka. Sansuno ye president ma Hukunu
Nukunu. Yes, Division 1 Zone 3.
Na Division 1 no we have say
meet him no your born wakachi your whole matches be wakachi
this is the wakachi
maiden season but watch out for us me say watch out for Nukuno watch out for Nukuno
brakachi
me said that the many the team me said that 0 in Panama why ma be sam wakachi no say Bibia come on ma. I don't see morning. Na Patrick Akoso.
Myxtro, edase. Na me best Ghana for. I about say patience. Say you build youth footballer. Etike mre. E bit me building be 15 years, 12 years as a success. As I say eba. Say best Ghana for say as you go so under 15 under 13 under 14 in a long term project. It's a long term. Till be abutre.
Mate. General Secretary Prosper Harrison Colin Dye.
Colin Dye, yes. The chief finance officer.
Top notch guy.
Yes.
Michano.
So pay finance. Yeah, that's Myxtro. I mean, okay,
me da sefa ya di mpanifo no si ha na yetimi ato so Dan Kwakuyabua tenase na me ne Dan Kwakuyabua so etimi edi nkomo kakre bi na yewia na Alasan Ibrahim Babangida the bookmaker oteni ba pepie die wo ene mpanifo aka no so etimi atenase na bibia aye kama pa ewo honoma enye asem kuma. Okay, Dan Maje
Mejo Siminia
bibia boko de
bibia boko agoto na osi mi besi echire na msi na bi mi si bibia echi
eze dem dem si uye si echire hine
besi animu
yeah I hope say bibia come
oh divine selection
ye de nyamiase pa na Dan Kwakuyabua in fact ye World Cup ye ni abre trophy aba no na Dan Kwakuyabua so ni abre J comedy trophy USA. Eddie Abba.
We are just an alcohol trophy.
Na me can say. That's why you go ya. Okay. And yako paba no. Now so ball a comedy a competition World Cup US of A. Me who baby now on the name your man now very very exciting. And I am happy because since day one I a part of organization, no, Kosra, by extension, a rather foreign land. The next edition, Basso. Then working through arrangement, need to say, aim for the war, bill, no so, and all that.
Minamidasi, say, Nyankopon Adom, a DK1 night of comedy has come to stay.
Yeah.
Said the Alkanya near the New York, Bronx.
Yeah.
And in Nyankopon Adom, it was massive. And this year, dear no. Usually a conference center. Yeah. But yeah, renovation won't see they are called UPSA.
UPSA.
Yeah, UPSA.
Beautiful place.
Very. It's even bigger than the conference center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Intino Nyamia Duma, a Fiada Ebe na watch.
Fiada Ebe ya.
Ebe na watch. Wow. 28th of August. I prefer Friday. Because Saturday Nana a Cristofono, Musa Kinata kind. Say ship na edition up no buy. And you know, when
I just Friday because Saturday can and stream.
And if you are be now watching. And this year package, you know, say comedy interspersed with music.
Okay.
Nti comedians, you know, my good self, when I'm your host, and General Intatia. Foster Romanos, Jacinta, Don Little, and
Kwekumenu.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a musician here, Okonfo Kwade.
Wow.
Kim Paluta, Pat Thomas, and the Empress Gifty.
Hey. And that's what the intimate.
Oh, there we say at the end there. Yes, you watch it. In fact, last year rating the answer son. Last year, J standard 200 cedis, VIP 500, and a VVIP 800. And one year maintaining.
I think I resetting anchor price.
Resetting never can comedy, no. Anchor price. And you know, and acrobat Tony, Clement, Tony, Dr. Likey, and the Bayer MCs.
Oh,
and before I crown a banana is a wedding cancer. Imagine having acrobat, Dr. Likey, and Clemento on stage.
Acrobat was what
you have was when I said, Ugo Custarius, and I don't know the treasure, but
they are done. I
Alpha. Let's out growing in the background. We see what check.
But still, our maintaining standard.
Oh, yeah, no, you know, industry, no person which you may check. I don't know, person free in terms of free. It depends on how you comport yourself. Ubuade or Brennan wants you or interact with Obia. And oh, yes, sir, the more yes, and the more go for Pewasm.
But the maiden one, I mean, who said, your friends, the Chairman General, and Basti. The following one, we say,
yeah, what I've done is my a package where I use the opportunity to honor people as well.
Okay.
To last year, my special guest was Chairman General Sefakai. This year, Baby Jet Asamoah.
Okay.
And to present him with a citation and award. At least it's a better feature of the program.
Okay.
People who have impacted society, we seize the opportunity to honor them. And to this year, Baby Jet is my special guest.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And the gate in a time being
by 6 p.m. Na a bigger quiz. Ashe Yasi. Your friend is saying red carpet asi.
Okay.
No, so what could tell me be at an apple. Guys won't go during because yes, I'm on phone. On the signature na pump. Okay. It is 6 p.m. on wash us here. Na by 8 p.m. na show na chassis. Kumasi entourage phone in and so ba.
Okay.
Boys. Dr. Likey. Hotel Muina. Into your bed. None come tell us.
Tell
Every year your bow.
I mean, so
this year over. Only boys name. Oh, so me no.
But the conform we are sending message on person be sure tell it.
Oh,
yeah.
Or the Gucci now soon ever.
Or the Gucci now. But then special guests, no, and you penning for politicians.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of invitations have been extended. politicians no Honorable Johnson Esedun Katia, Honorable Kennedy Japon, ni former President Akufo-Addo, former President Kufuor, and we're looking for a Nyambeya do no na ba beka ho na show na yede because that has been the pattern of the show. Mpenimfo ne ba to do out to say modu, and we believe in God said this year Nyambeya do masa.
The latest Tolia war and I say Asema expect my back nano na make swedro lawyer na Asema chire babanje senior swedro lawyer yes why law was swedro over 30 years enti unya case bia now the corner wa so be dem a
template ni da o
you be jawa and one street boy because ye crime bi no ye na just obedwane and obi se da bi ko hu
lawyer no medwudwajo ebefa
to call lawyer no kan asem che lawyer no so ti se ni se na asi na yes me mra court Friday any ade na lawyer no hwe asem say na case we nti na nka obedwane we would you 300,000 oh me book case na to me tietia so e wa na kwa ni 200,000 wono na for mo nko chele case we e na udane kwata baby we Friday and night pepe ma boat lawyer judge ni free me boat ago kwa na tua ni 200,000 one nko for kwata baby e chele
so we case na half
case no uda for ajiska ni kuta no kodru ya hwade na no afre akwa na case no de ba no afre no hello lawyer na free o free client hello na bafa o say hello law o say na o wa for so say do kan me nam for no chelo say kwasea dwane na bedem dwane na bedem
me do ni de nya chili ase
I 200,000
o say ma hwa ade no ye ba dwane sesi a control me balance me sanka me amema position
God in some dia na ebufu
mama kai of Jones eto ya saponyum obi ani wa wode ne ho to nyame so ma nanim agu asofa Jones say agise me
no abrabona o nza abrabona bitino God in some dia na anu de say e not na binzu kokoti na ye tam Bible man say audu be swe out asi wallahi mimi mpe out ni pauza koko
then Friday be na wotwe enti ye na ye pe ticket ni bi ato eni ba bi benya bi ato fa no my prophet aye
enti ko phone so abetumi ato ni sisi a star 844 star 31 hash
okay
star 844 star 31 hash oba Peace FM so abenya hard copy ni bi ato ebruhin nso ba na otobo jankwasi mpanifo bebre enti hobe de omno montora you say this time VIP ni ye table by table enti tables no tum say big men hobe
Manko for serious.
Oh, serious they say you draw.
Now I won't say them feature sebi we phone gato phone. Also feature you on the platform and not stage no more. But I only know Bopa.
I said that comedy a Bonipaba.
Bonipaba no
Bonipas Bontoje.
Now say easily go for this and
then say Ajama for Uzo muko ye bibisa amuko kumobi na soja phone call ransa ko boys no tiadichi na get phone do get om dia yenkomo jack ade soja phone be ye de o manya ade o mabo boys pa na o sure say nka isle go anko betimi akoyesa o ba ko say na isle go ande o mudi nipa komo ye de isle go ande adwaman ya
Dan kwaku yabua
adwaman so yenchi
Sira no pe bedase na dey sure say e be buy na bulk majority say dey bia ye na be support na bi but double so e say bia me na me yire a
oh no yire say either say better standard mienu na VIP mienu so to full table dey betimi am discount
no so e kwai na it obi be so yeah number be na on phrases
numbers no challenge say gari ni tiki say mbo space
ni pe ni ahode
oh chale 0545 982 233 0545 982 233
okay
and 0547 888 626
okay
0547 888-626.
Okay. Dan kwaku yabo dan e beda say.
The Myxtro.
Na Friday be na o che be ba na ya be smile.
Yesi munya coaching so.
Nya coach o.
say me say release bi say Henry say esco na giatum say de long term de marco crane long term na me jago cross long term yo
mate dan yenna say na yebeba na beto aso baba yeda say Master Bansin, thank you very much. Ochina we'll meet and do it again abre sinkonya on the midweek edition of the Ultimate Sports Show. Yadi see a prophet na ya osafo Dr. Cosby and Dr. Pakwesi